Welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you, and let's party. Big shout out to the replay gang. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this, even though you missed the live party. Guys, that is the best part, so make sure you are here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it, so hit that subscribe, ring the bell, and you will never miss an Indian Jesus live party ever again. If you'd like to support the channel, head on over to theindianjesus.com for your very own official merch. Only at theindianjesus.com. You can also become a member, which includes full access to the Discord server. Right after this, we are headed over to the after party where you're not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. You can come if you don't want to. Either way, it's a lot of fun, and you are not stuck behind your keyboard. Come and join us. All right, guys. So I am hyped. I'm hyped for this one. But yet again, we are doing something a little bit different. And, I usually got one conversation, and we'll break it down, and we'll do all that. But there wasn't really a lot going on. And I know that you guys like the variety show. So I got a bunch of stuff for you, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So I'm going to tee this up, and then I'm going to drop the link early. And whoever wants to come on up, let's have a party. As always, guys, if you cannot hear the video, please do let me know.
Fellas, it's war.
The males have started saying drizzle, drizzle, like sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a new generation of men, so are so feminine.
Drizzle, drizzle.
I thought they were talking about Drake. It doesn't stick as good as sprinkle, sprinkle.
Oh, yes, they do.
Sound like they're actually drooling.
You mad?
Okay. Sound like you're drooling.
Y'all gotta excuse me. I know I'm looking a little rough right now. I didn't really feel like shaving my face this morning because I'm in my soft guy era.
Yep.
And not shaving your face is the equivalent of not putting on makeup and walking out the door with a bonnet on.
True.
Yeah, so I woke up this
Shout out to Zippy DSM Lee in the building. Welcome to the party. Always glad to see ya. Welcome.
morning and got on TikTok to discover a brand new trend called the soft guy era, where men are going around trolling women, saying the same thing women be saying in hopes that these women will start to figure out just how stupid they be sounding when they be saying that bullshit.
So if you guys have heard of this before, let me know what you think of it. I think it is brilliant. The conversation in the dating world has been like an impasse for so long. It's just men versus women, butting heads, not understanding. And this soft guy era thing it's just a brilliant culture jam. We talk about trolling versus culture jamming all the time. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, check it out.
We're about to react to some right now because they get funny. And we're going to look at the comments and see what people are saying. Let's go.
I'm in my soft guy era. We will no longer be pumping our own gas. When we pull up to the gas station, ladies hop out the passenger seat and pump the gas while we sit in the car and watch TikTok videos. We are now also requiring at least $100 to be spent on us on the first date. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't be dating anyways. And I see all you females talking about, oh, soft guy era. You like men. If you like men, just say you like men. You want a female to take care of you. Stop yapping.
It's giving broke.
It's getting broke. And this girl gonna have the nerve to ask me what I want to eat, and I said nothing. And she had the nerve to come home with food for herself and nothing for me. Even though I said I didn't want anything to eat, that didn't mean I didn't want anything to eat. Where's my food?
Exactly. Zippy gets it. He's like, what's the joke? Ask a woman what they think of Lizzo. They say she's pretty. Then you tell her she looks like Lizzo. She ain't gonna like it. And that's exactly it. There's so much in the modern woman perspective, it's just so obvious that it doesn't make sense. But to them, because it's been so embedded in what we think, of course they don't get why it doesn't make sense. This is how they're gonna get it. And just to be clear, it is very obviously, it's shallow fakeness. But this is very obviously, tongue-in-cheek. This is meant to hold up a mirror to the average woman. Not all women, the average woman. And the types of things that we see, the whole sprinkle, it's drizzle, drizzle time.
You're supposed to be a mind reader. Now, can I get a drizzle, drizzle?
Drizzle, drizzle, baby.
It's hard time, man. You females that's on the street, y'all need to step y'all game up because y'all are losing to these females that's in the penitentiary system. They got dudes lined up just sending them money. Matter of fact, all the friends that I got, goddamn a woman that's in the penitentiary system. Y'all got to step y'all game up, ladies. But not much y'all little business.
All right, so we're just gonna skip through it. We don't need his commentary on all
it
these.
gets worse, or should I say, it gets better.
Play
Look, stay out my inbox with all the good morning, the hey handsome, the how you doing. Just send the money. Drizzle drizzle.
And the funniest thing is, it doesn't work if you try to be serious about it. The more hard you are, and the more soft you act, the more it just fits. Because any type of argument that they want to give, because they are taking it seriously. We're going to watch some of these, but then we're going to go watch some of the women reacting. That is where you get the entertainment. But anything that they want to use to react, it's like, yeah, that's what we've been saying to you.
Just send the money. It's not that hard. Drizzle drizzle. I mean, my best case scenario, I open up, you probably won't take me somewhere to like, what, Cheesecake Factory? Drizzle drizzle? Are you out your mind? My Burberry cologne costs $250. My hair do $200. The girl who do it do some quality products. $90 a bottle, shampoo and conditioner. My beard oil, Maruca honey, tea tree oil, and lemon extract.
And that's if you're not familiar, like if you're not in the dating world and if you're not on TikTok, you're not on social media and stuff, some of this might go a little bit over your head, but you obviously see where it's going, where women are saying, well, I spent this much money on foundation and I spent this much money on this. So if you're going to take me on a date, you got to cash at me first and pay for the whole date. And that's just acceptable.
$30 a bottle, head to toe, in vegan organic coconut oil. It's $40 a bottle. My shoes, Balenciaga, they cost me $9.50. I'm stepping out of Miri, baby. This is not Sheen. This ain't Fashion Nova. This ain't City Trends. This how I'm coming. And you want me to step out with you for free? Drizzle, drizzle.
There we go. And shout out to Modern Apocrypha. Welcome to the party. I'm going to drop the link in just a second, and I hope that he is still willing to join us. Welcome to the party, brother.
Oh, hey, this is the same thing women be doing, ain't it? Mm-hmm. This is the same thing certain type of women be doing. Let's make that very, very clear. They be saying, oh, your worth. What would women be saying? Queen, know your worth. Yo, this is funny.
I don't care what anybody says, but a guy should always be paying for dates.
Never. Shut up. I don't care what anybody says.
And the actual video is like, shut up, bitch.
But women should be paying for all dates. I know women are going to be in the comments crying and screaming, but I'm standing on what I said. Literally, being in my soft guy era, it literally opens my eyes to reality. Mm-hmm. Women want to be in long-term relationships.
I'm the prize,
so
baby.
This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to pay for all the dates. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to pay for all the dates to pretty much win me over. Mm-hmm. You want me to settle down? You want to be a wife? You're tired of being in the streets? Because I'm all right.
I said, shit, me too. I am doing just fine, honey, sweetie, baby. So if you want some of this, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. See what I said? I'll pay if she shuts up. Well, that's kind of the opposite of what we're doing here, but...
Okay. So if you're tired of being in the streets, you're gonna have to pay for all the dates and win me over. Yeah, I'm sorry. You wanna cry? You want a cookie? You wanna cry? Everything in life is what? Pay to play. If you want a long-term relationship, you gotta pay.
Hey, you know what? I kind of feel him on that a little bit.
Yup.
No, it's funny because you got like really think about it. Usually it's the women that are saying that they tired of being in these streets, right? And he said that whole thing about you gotta pay to play. That has me thinking about the whole ideology around finding value in the things that you put money into monetarily, right?
All right, let's check out one more of the men, and then let's head over and see how the ladies are flipping out.
Oh, the comments.
And so, guys, I did just drop the link. Let me pin that to the top of the chat. If you would like to come up, and like I said, it's a Friday. We are chilling. I got a bunch of different things going on. We got the Drizzle Drizzle. We got some Alex Jones stuff. We got George Floyd 2.0. We got OJ Simpson died. We got a bunch of stuff. So come on up. We are hanging out and just having a party.
You know what I just find so distasteful is the fact that a woman can see a man in a place of business.
Excuse me, short kings are worth even more. You gotta pay double. Thank you!
See him purchasing something and not offer to purchase it for him, knowing that she wants to talk to this man. Like, the other day, I'm literally at Myers doing grocery shopping. Just, getting my, normal...
And even, why are you so gay? What you care what these broke-ass women think? Come on, bro. Just kidding. Welcome to the party. And that's exactly it. For so long, this idea, well, I don't want to be soft. I don't want to be known as soft. Who cares? Who cares? I am what I am. And if I can flip your bullshit on you, then I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Welcome to the party, brother.
Stuff for my macros or whatever. So this older lady who's in the line, literally, like, as we're at the register, is like giving me the signals that she wants me to talk to her. But me as a man in my soft guy era, I don't approach women anymore. Like,
Nope.
The only thing I might do is just look at them maybe once or twice to give them back a hint that I'm interested. But other than that, I mean, like, that's a lot to do at that point.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to do too much and seem thirsty. So I just look at them a couple seconds, and then if they move, they move. If they don't, they don't. But she basically was trying to, like, you know, get to know me and stuff. And I was just like, well, are you going to pay for this protein powder? Because it's $65. And to be honest, I didn't have the money. Like, I
Ladies, watch. Doesn't what he say sound ridiculous?
Yup.
That's the stuff we hear women say. They get on the internet and say this mess.
So let's welcome our boy, Modern Apocrypha. Welcome to the party. So, have you heard of the soft guy era?
I have not heard of any of this.
What do you think about it?
Oh gosh. You know, I live in like the backwoods of nowhere in the middle of the country, and the culture here is totally different. So to me, this is like a TV show. I don't encounter this crap.
Well, are you in a relationship? You've been in a relationship, right?
I've been married for
okay. So
like 16 years.
Yeah, married folk, y'all don't know nothing about these streets. Y'all don't know nothing about these streets because exactly.
Even if I did, I mean, even if I wasn't married, like I say, where I live, the culture is totally different. So
that's what they want you to think, brother. That's what you want. That's what they want you to think. Go to any girl. Go to the closest bar to your house. And who's Mike? Who's Mike? There's two of us.
Mine.
I don't hear an echo. Does anyone else hear an echo? From who? I hate when you guys do this. Give me like half of a message. Really? Jared's mic echoing. All right, let's see if we can get. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, hold on 1 second here. And mic settings. Boost background noise. Test. Try the. I don't hear the fucking echo, dumbass. All right, Jared, go again.
Yeah, trying now.
All right, let us know if that is good. But yeah, that's what I'm telling you, dude. You think that because of where I don't even know where you live, but you think that because you live somewhere that's not like
I live in Wyoming.
I guarantee you, there are women who, at the very least, know what sprinkle is, and it's just brilliant the way that they're turning this around. Shout out to Mega Moo 32. Welcome to the party. Had a nice little video about Ace Ventura today. Can't cancel that. Einstein is, or what is it? Finkel is Einstein. Love it. All right, let's finish up this one. If anybody's just joining us, we are checking out the Drizzle Drizzle soft guy era, and then we're gonna check out what the ladies have to say about it.
I don't care what they say to their friends amongst their friends, but the fact that they get on the internet and expose themselves for just how selfish they are. Fellas, run fast, run far. No matter how pretty she is, no matter how big the booty is, get the hell up out of there.
You know, so I kind of wanted her to pay for it, but I didn't want to like make it seem like I was broke. So, you know, I'm like, well, you know, if you pay for this protein powder, we can have a conversation because my time is money. Yeah. And, you know, she proceeded to basically get mad at me and was like, oh, you're so sassy. These men these days are so feminine. You want to be women so bad. And I just, like, I looked at her. And
why you broke?
Who hurt you? Like, honestly, like, who hurt you? Like, as a real woman, as a woman who's independent, like, why don't you have the funds to take care of a man or to do a gesture for a man that you're interested in? Like, like, show me that you want me. Show me that you want me to be in my true masculinity by being a feminine woman. And if you can't do that, then I don't see why we would even talk. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but to be honest, I don't think I'm wrong because
I love the fake, like, well, is this crazy? I mean, I don't know, because it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And so if we take a look at, let's see, how is the sound?
Try it now.
Check. Let us know. See what I said. I only pay if she's a virgin. Right, fair enough. She ain't got the cherry. Give him the box. Have fun with that. I mean, I ain't gonna say no, but like, you know, a little experience ain't gonna hurt nobody. So let's check out what the ladies are saying about the soft guy era. Spoiler alert: they don't like it.
Did y'all see the video that I posted about a young lady who moved in with her boyfriend of 8 years after he bought a house without her? She's paying him rent and renovating his home for free.
As it should be.
If you have not seen that video, go back and look at the comments and come back to this video so we can
That's
chat.
a real soft guy.
Baby, the men are in my comments talking about Drizzle Drizzle. So you know how Shira 7 says sprinkle, sprinkle?
Mm-hmm.
They are saying Drizzle Drizzle. They're not going to war anymore. They're not using hammers. They're not building homes. They're not hunting or gathering.
Nope, putting my feet up.
They are on TikTok and comment sections saying Drizzle Drizzle under my video and Drizzle Drizzle under a Hoochie Daddy short outfit that says soft life on the back of it.
Let's go about that soft life.
That's all I know.
And so the funniest thing to me is that, like, of course it's ridiculous. But the notion of a woman wanting to be taken care of and you know, find a guy who can provide for her, that's not crazy. It's just that they've taken it to such a crazy degree. And then on the other side of it, it's always like, well, just because I'm a man doesn't mean that I want to go and do more work than I need to, that I want to, you know, have all of the, yeah, obviously women have their things, but men have, so to act like, oh, men have it so easy and da-da-da-da. You know, I think even maybe, you know, where you live has a level of you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Inoculation against this stuff. But I guarantee you go to your nearest bar and you're going to find it.
The people I know who are married almost all have at least like 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the moms stay take care of the kids.
Right, but we're talking about the people who are already married and already, you know, in relationships as of, you know, let's say 5 years ago. Even 5 years ago, that is, it's a completely different world. Let's shout out our boy, Unwanted Bo. Said, if you can't handle me at my worst, you can't afford me at my best. Too many brokies out here. Drizzle. I got Morty right here. Let's give him a treat. Every donation with a treat for Morty. Thank you.
I'm gonna restart again.
Yeah, it looks like we're still getting the echo. Hopefully we will figure that out. Thank you so very much. And of course that makes you the new sponsor of the stream.
Males have started saying drizzle drizzle like sprinkle sprinkle. It's a new generation of men are so feminine. Drizzle drizzle. I thought they was talking about Drake.
Nope.
It doesn't stick as good as sprinkle sprinkle.
Oh, you
sound like they're actually drooling.
Who hurt you?
Okay. Sound like you drooling. Sound like your water bill about to get cut off. Anyway.
Wait. Did she just say your water bill?
Sound like your water bill about to get cut off.
Projection. Oh my goodness. Dilly to the projection. All right, let's try this one more time.
I don't know, man.
Let's see.
Wasn't doing this the other night.
I know. So let us know how
it's still echoing. I can hear it.
Yeah. All right, brother. I obviously can't run the show like that.
No, I'm trying restarting my computer. We'll see if we can fix this.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys, and welcome Daniel Cabrera. Always good to see you, brother. Oh yeah, she mad. She said, well, whatever. You sound broke, but whatever. Sprinkle girls are already leaking.
Anyway. Sound like your water pressure low. You live in a bad area.
So yeah, guys, the Queen of Spring
told me there's I forgot to send him his daily allowance for his soft guy era of.
So is it, yeah, wait, just get that
My
part.
boyfriend broke up with me because I forgot to send him his daily allowance for his soft guy era of $5,000. I only sent him $2,000, and he told me that it was giving broke, and he deserves so much more.
Facts.
Last week, I got him a new Lexus, and he told me that kings don't drive Lexuses, that he was expecting a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and
at
that
least.
it wasn't good enough because he knows his worth. And of course, I don't love him enough if I don't understand that.
So obviously she's playing into the joke. And then, you know, I kind of just want to, let's see what else we got here.
The soft guy era. I support the movement 100%. Just look at this. You see, men like to be pampered too, just like we do. The joy it brings me to see these beautiful women taking care of their men. And I especially love those little kisses in between. So sweet. So sweet.
I want to see a mad one. Yeah.
and with the goods and all that. I do not follow her. I just not into that at all. But this new movement with the drizzle from the men. Please, ladies, I really hope you can take it with a sense of humor.
Give me a mad one. This says women react, and I thought it was going to be a bunch of mad ladies.
Dudes fighting back about taking their gym back. Good for a woman.
So I just went down the rabbit hole of the soft guy era.
Okay, she seems serious.
And I am here for it.
All right. Well, I'm glad that these ladies are here for it. But the real fun is again, if you go on and check out the fact that some of them are just going insane. And I mean, it's not really complicated. This is why I'm glad that we're doing this in this kind of context, because there's not much more to it. It's just that bitches be crazy, and now we flipping the script. So I love that. I love that. So again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat if you would like to come up, but we are going to shift gears a little bit over to our boy, Alex Jones. Alex Jones redeemed.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, the channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. People said Vivek Ramaswamy was crazy. He was insane, a nut job, a nutcase. Why exactly? Well, a lot of the times it was because of this stance.
The FBI. This should not exist. It was corrupt in 1960.
Yup.
The same education, the same FBI that threatened Martin Luther King Jr. with suicide as a corrupt body is now targeting Donald Trump and its political opponents today. We will not tame that beast. We will kill it. We will shut it down.
Let's go. I am so obviously, looking back now, we're a month or so out since Vivek was actually in the race, and saying stuff like this. There is no way that he ever would have gotten, any real support behind normie people. But he's the voice, at least one of them, a voice that we definitely need to keep relevant in politics.
This is what it means to be an American.
He promised to shut down, reform, and rebuild what he views as deeply corrupted, politically compromised federal agencies. And people said he's an absolute nut job, a nutcase, for even suggesting something so insane. But
and if you're just listening, the meme of the day says our Democrat, it's a lady crying, says, our Democrat mayor and governor are destroying my state. I'm done. Next time, I'm voting for a different Democrat.
Question is it really that insane? Is it really that crazy? Or does he have a point? Well, you probably get exactly where I'm going with this. Vivek Ramaswamy certainly has a point, as once again another member of one of the three-letter agencies spills the beans, exposes how they got their thumb on the scales, this time involving Alex Jones. We have a secret clip here from Sound Investigations, where a contracting officer at the Central Intelligence Agency essentially admits the quiet part out loud, that yes, what you suspect they're doing is exactly what they're doing. Let me show.
So I said, in the description I said the FBI, but it is the CIA. Shout out to, I think, Sound Investigations it is, which I believe is an offshoot of Project Veritas. Either way, the same kind of thing. If you haven't seen this, somebody did share it in the Discord, but if you haven't seen it, wild.
So you guys what I mean by that? We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's take a look at the initial post by Sound Investigations. They write, breaking, CIA officer / former FBI boasts can put anyone in jail, set him up. We call it a nudge. The FBI did what we wanted with Alex Jones, took his money away, chop his legs off, and estimates 20 undercover FBI agents at January 6, who he now works with some of them at the CIA, and also says that the FBI uses embellished news and fake social media to really get people mad. Take a look. It's an 8-minute video. I'll try to cut it as best as I can, but just take a look.
All right, before we dive in, let's cross our fingers and hope.
I'm in a different browser. I don't know, man.
All right. What was Zippy is saying? You might have mic feedback. If you go on the little gear on the bottom and go to audio settings, play around with that a little bit and see if there's anything there. We are just about to check out the Sound Investigations video from this guy with the CIA saying they put their fingers on the scale for a lot of things, including our boy, Alex Jones.
As long as the Bureau is able to progress far enough to be able to put pro-lifers in jail whenever they want.
Yeah.
You think that's on the agenda?
You can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
How?
It's not enough. You create the situation to where they have no choice but to act on their impulse.
That's called, yep.
Once they act on that impulse, then we call that entrapment.
Yeah, some the law.
It's a fine line.
So they can entrap some of these pro-lifers into doing things that they don't.
Yeah. We call it a nudge.
A nudge.
A nudge.
A nudge. Let's try your audio there.
Testing.
Sounds good to me. No?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, keep.
How about now? Is it still back, guys?
Let us know. Daniel gave us an original. Nope. Let's got on the second when he said now.
Interesting.
Let us know. Thank you guys. But yeah, I mean, just talking about the video here, the fact that we all knew that the government agencies, the 3-letter agencies.
I know why.
They could do whatever they want. And it's just insane that it takes somebody literally being on camera saying, yes, we do this thing in order for people to believe it. All right, so second time we got the echo. And let's try one more time. Just give a little test. While you're doing that, we'll jump back in here.
Sometimes you just gotta give a quick look just to see what happens, right?
And how does that happen?
You put a post out there, or you have someone fake profile say something that triggers, that we know is going to trigger them, right? Like we already know your history. If we're to that point, we already know everything about it.
So they're admitting. They're admitting. Yeah, you don't have the YouTube stream open, do you? Oh, no, we don't hear you at all. No, we don't hear you.
I think I fixed it.
There we go.
Maybe,
okay, so
maybe.
I can hear you. How about now? So we'll give them something to figure out. What do you think about this nudge? Still echo. Yeah, it's still echo. I'm sorry, brother. If you get it figured out, definitely come on back up. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't run the show like that. I apologize. Thank you for coming up, though. Hopefully,
I know a way to test other than being up here.
Yeah, if you have your phone, you can go on YouTube on your phone and you can test it while you're backstage. I'll just keep you here, and then just give me a thumbs up if it works out. All right, so let's back this up a little bit.
Or you have someone fake profile say something that triggers, that we know is going to trigger them, right? Like we already know your history. If we're to that point, we already know everything about it.
Yeah, so the idea that they're taking your Facebook post, your tweets, all that stuff, and specifically targeting you, entrapping you and some other people, but it's not technically entrapment. And then they want to act like it's specifically Donald Trump who is obfuscating reality. I mean, okay, fine. Maybe there's politicking, but not this. Not this.
So you're like, oh, this will piss them off. Oh. Sometimes you light the fuse and just wait for it to follow, right?
Like a rally. Mm-hmm. So when a rally happens, then sometimes the Bureau behind it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Nothing like putting out a fake social media thing to like really get people mad.
Mm-hmm.
Post fake news. Yeah, sometimes it's not fake. It's embellished a little bit.
It's not fake. It's embellished a little bit. So, fake.
Who would be like a big influence that you're influencer that you're after, Alex Jones.
Yeah, so we were after him.
You are? Are you still? Why?
Because he's broke. He got found guilty and had to pay like $100 million.
The goal with him was what? Just to bankrupt him?
Oh, pretty much.
So this looks like a different day. The other one was March 22nd. This is.
And we let the families do it.
What?
We let the families do it.
Were they encouraged to do that by the Bureau? Like nudged?
We don't encourage people.
But like,
we just say there's no federal statute being broken, but you do have the option for a civil case, and it's a pretty good case. Nice. In our opinion.
So you're going to people who not only have lost children in a horrible tragedy, right? And then, Alex Jones, being Alex Jones, comes up with this theory that maybe, something nefarious was afoot other than what we thought. And yes, he was wrong. And he went with it way too long. But instead of just like, oh, well, that was traumatic. Oh, now finally that Alex Jones knows the truth, we can move on. No, we're going to go to the families and say, hey, you can get some money out of this. You can destroy him. And it's like, come on.
So, that makes so much sense. I have a cousin who's a lawyer. So that's a lot of these cases. They're kind of encouraged by the FBI.
Yeah, like, there's nothing federal law we can do. But civilly, we can go at him that way. Chop his legs off.
And they did. Yeah. So the FBI was happy.
We didn't care. We were like, oh.
Basically, the citizens did your job.
Yeah.
This is a man's life. We were like, oh. Horrible. You Americans want to see the truth. Well said. Shout out to Virgil Kane, all the way over from Manchester, England. So I want to, see this in its entirety because, very important. But I do have something queued up from, when Alex went to talk to, Crowder today or yesterday about this. So I'm going to put up a poll if you want to do that, or if you just want to move straight on to a little thing about Trump.
Wow, so you can encourage a civil lawsuit.
Not encourage. Educate.
I thought you said that there were FBI agents in the crowd at J6.
There always are when there's a big protest.
There always are. They're always there. The feds are always there. Of course, the feds are always there.
Just in case it gets out of hand like that. But there wasn't enough to turn that tide. I mean, I'm talking they need to have 20. You needed 1,000 to get rid of that crowd.
It's interesting how he's saying to get rid of that crowd, as we're talking about people like Ray Epps, encouraging the crowd, but still, odd.
So they had that was just 20?
Yeah, just to go through there and see what they can hear, that kind of thing.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. They need 1,000 at least.
Back face.
Well, that's also Capitol Police jurisdiction. They're in charge.
So
why they didn't have more on hand, I don't know.
Wow. Seabass said Alex Jones is a shill for the government. Nah.
Bureau didn't really want people knowing that they were in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That would be overstepping their bounds.
A little bit.
Do people know that?
Why?
Did people know that the Bureau was in the crowd?
Nope, and probably never will.
Do you know agents that were there?
We do now.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The agency now.
Initially what I wanted to say here was absolutely shocking. I recorded that part and then I deleted it and I'm going to re-record. Well, this is me re-recording it because it's not shocking. In a way it's shocking, but it's just not surprising enough to really shock.
That's a great point. Because it really is, again, exactly what we knew they were doing all along. And instead of having anything to say that, crazy conspiracy theorists are crazy. No, it's just straight down. I struggle to even call it a conspiracy theory. It's just what's going on. Shout out to Dylan Soup in the building. Welcome to the party. Good to see you, brother. So we said Alex Jones is a good heel against the government, though. I mean, yeah, but what does that mean? That anybody who is accurately calling out the government is a shill for the government? Come on, man. So we're currently at 50-50, AJ or Trump. Let me know, or I will pick.
We're just completely desensitized to this stuff. What it feels like, once again, is like I said in the intro, just another 3-letter agent saying the quiet part out loud. That this is what they do. And they boast about it. We can put anyone in jail. We can set him up. We commanded the FBI to go after Alex Jones and take his money away. I'm going to go right back to the initial question. Is Vivek Ramaswamy really that crazy? Of course not. And you know, this doesn't really even scratch the surface. This is small stuff compared to some of the other scandals we've seen. I mean, for Pete's sakes, the CIA and the FBI actively colluded with Joe Biden's campaign during the 2020 election to get him elected, or rather to stop Donald Trump. We know that that happened thanks to the Twitter files, and most importantly, thanks to that infamous email between two CIA actors, Mike Morell and John Brennan, where they basically admit it all. Here's Mike Morell sending an email to John Brennan, writing, "John, can I add your name to the list? We'll be adding Leon, Sue Gordon, yada, 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 and working on some other names, a lot of other IC career folk, trying to give the campaign, particularly during the debate on Thursday, a talking point to push back on Trump on this issue. Thanks, Mike." Then
Thanks, Mike. Gavin. Who's Gavin? Is that the guy's name? I was listening. Yeah. I mean, you can just tell, and this is not some thing about him being gay. This is just about the way he, the way, there was one part where he just like stuffs some lettuce in his mouth when it's just saying all this horrible stuff as if, it's not horrible. You can just sit calmly and eat lunch as if you're destroying not only individual people's lives, but the sanctity of our country and freedom of speech and all that good stuff. Shout out to Guam Tech. Welcome to the party, brother. Good to see you. So it looks like you guys want to hear from the man himself. So let's do it.
Mr. Jones, you're not calling from your studio here today. Can you see me and hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I can see you. I've been watching and enjoying the broadcast, and I'm in a
that's a little
hotel. But I come back to Texas today. And so I took a few days off here.
So, again, the video is a little quiet, so I'm going to move the mic away a little bit if you want to turn your shit up.
Family, but as you said, I'm going to be back busy putting out those Mug Club reports just as soon as I get back, and it's great to be here with you.
No, well, I wish, I don't know if these are joyful circumstances. It's not because of what you've been through, but it's always at least somewhat of a win as far as a small battle when the truth comes out. Let me ask you this. What was your reaction when you first saw that video? Was it mixed emotions? Because and we know that you've been railroaded. Did you feel some kind of elation because there was confirmation, or was it mostly just anger because you're seeing someone blatantly admit it?
And so obviously they're talking about the video we just saw. Zippy says, it's how law works these days. It's all about the rules. They are not breaking the rules. That's the sad thing. Yeah, that really is the devious part, is that they make the rules such that they can do this all legally and ain't no recourse.
Well, I actually heard about the video from you guys. I don't know if you know that. They've been trying to contact me for a week, and of course it was just going into a black hole. I have a great crew, but they don't check the tens of thousands of emails we get a day properly. Don't know how they could. And then one of your producers called and said, "Hey, they're trying to get a hold of you." And I knew who the group was, of the folks that exposed Pornhub targeting children, and also Planned Parenthood selling 8.5-month-old aborted baby parts illegally.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very credible group that kind of split off Project Veritas, very similar to your investigative unit.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. If I had to guess, just based on the fact that they are associated with Project Veritas and they're not Project Veritas, I would guess that they are people who were not on board with getting rid of James O'Keefe. Dylan says, there's other tragedies and instances that the alphabet agencies could tackle, and yet they do this shit. Who's your director of operations? That live streamer that was banned from Japan. Yeah, you got it. Money.
So I contacted him, and I went and checked and saw that Oblevis was who he said he was, formerly with the FBI, and then a contract manager for the CIA. That doesn't mean he's a contractor. He would just manage the contracts with their contractors. So he was like a technical guy, and I knew everything he was saying. I've been through it, and that's why I've talked about the SH thing, but I only like to say the name because it's a tar baby. They've got this HBO
SH meaning Sandy Hook
show out. It's total fiction, and they tried to rope me in to respond to that, to sue me again. And so I've just tried to stay away from it. But the process of what happened, I knew right when Trump won, and suddenly they were having some days hundreds of articles a day, nightly news every night. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of articles over a 2-year period. Then it was a big PR firm, and it was a government operation. They were having congressional hearings, but they wanted to take me off the air. They were saying I was a Russian agent. And so I was like, why are they saying I'm the SH guy when I barely ever hardly talked about it, just covered the internet, doubting it. I wasn't the guy that first said that. They introduced 22 minutes in court.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I just assumed, because again, it's not like I was watching Alex Jones regularly. I just assumed that he was, behind this whole thing. Like, hey guys, I figured it out. They're fake and da-da-da-da-da. And, he could try to sue them. But, like, come on. They would never, like, they have all the resources in the world. And we just saw how even with the laws that are on the books, we just saw that they can do whatever they want. There's no such thing as this democracy, this fairness. That doesn't exist. It's a facade. So the people lose money. The government loses money. The contractors, the businesses, and politicians are the only ones making money.
Of me, I hadn't talked about it before they sued me for 2 years,
right?
Because I had already knew it was some kind of weird, propaganda operation. And then after they had the 2 defaults and told the juries I was guilty and rigged those cases and had the HBO cameras in there and everything with the judge putting on makeup and all the rest of it, the PR firms came out 2 years ago when they won the rigged cases and said, we've been running this the whole time.
Right.
We didn't like Alex Jones, so we went and took what he said, blew it all up in 2016. 17, they basically embellished it to the power of 10, and then built that straw man that I was currently sitting people at their houses and currently peeing on graves. Never did any of that. No one ever did any of that. And
this
so
man, by the way, this man he admitted that. He admitted that there was nothing that you had done that was criminal. That's what's so scary. He says, yeah, but we have other ways to damage him. Let's just bankrupt him. We've talked about this, right? There are the courts, which obviously are corrupt very often. And then there's the court of public opinion where there's no accountability.
I mean, I did think that he looked kind of messy, but it just seems like he just got up. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Give me some solid information to go off that Alex Jones is really Bill Hicks, and I'll look into it.
And he was saying, we know, effectively what I'm seeing is him saying, we know we can influence the courts through abusing the court of public opinion. So it's important now when you talk about HBO, you talk about these networks, for people to understand the FBI, the CIA, this administration, and these networks, along with big tech platforms, they're often one and the same. Let me ask you this too. Did it surprise you at all when he admitted that the FBI was there January 6th? Because I know that when you were here, you said, look, January 6th, there were a bunch of people who were rabble-rousers. It was a small minority of people, but it was enough that it was significant and they need to be charged with threat. You've been very consistent with that. But there were FBI agents present. He just confirmed it. Did that surprise you? I mean, it's a leading question, but.
It didn't surprise me. And when he said 20, that was probably just FBI agents. I mean, we know that there were some people that got into the heat of it and the police fired tear gas and then people broke in, but then the police opened the doors and brought everybody in, and now little old ladies are getting 6 months in jail for just walking through the velvet ropes.
Right.
But it didn't surprise me. But it did surprise me that he would sit there and just openly talk to a camera and openly brag about all these activities that he's obviously inside the FBI and the CIA.
Well, it wasn't open. It was obviously a hidden camera, but I hear you. See, I said the early Alex Jones was young and fit, about 25 years old. Yeah. And then you know what happens? Time.
And they're disgusting. So I know he's telling the truth because I experienced it. And without getting into all the technicals, but it's very historically very important.
Yeah.
The law firm out of Connecticut that quarterbacked all this is a high-level Democrat Party law firm. Senator Blumenthal's heavily involved in it and his family, and we'll leave it at that. But it's on record. The stolen valor guy that never went to Vietnam but said he was a Marine Corps combat veteran, and it was never. He was actually like a gopher at the Capitol for the Marines, part of his quasi-draft dodging. The lead lawyer there is a former federal prosecutor whose specialty is putting Republicans in jail, including the governor of Connecticut, literally for supposedly taking like $4,000, bribe or something with no evidence. And so I was also sued by an FBI agent in that Sandy Hook case. Never said his name, never showed a picture of him, didn't know who he was until he sued me. The guy never got harassed. He'd been on the stand. He got one phone call at his office after it happened to see if it was really FBI because he didn't have his FBI name on his.
So like that's exactly what I mean when you talk about suing these agencies. Like that's not ever going to happen. Yeah, great point. Look how fast presidents age, and I mean, look what he's been through. What was the settlement like? Wasn't it like $10 billion or something, or $50 million, something crazy like that?
Rifles pointing up.
Yeah, he looks right about mid-50s to me.
Not down on his back. People thought this guy's not real, so that they called. I didn't know who he was, and he got $94 million. under the law in Connecticut, you can't sue somebody for defamation if you didn't say their name. Also, the name of one of the Sandy Hook people, and I admitted to that, and so that was the reality. And so the FBI was in there the whole time. We know because they bragged about it. Also, the Texas case, that they were giving all the discovery to the FBI, hoping to put me in prison. Then, when I declared bankruptcy, the Justice Department is under the law. It's very rare. Can come into a case and oversee it. And so they actually came into the case, and in my depositions, they would have 2 federal agents literally staring at me while lawyers interrogated me. And they were in the news, oh, he's hiding hundreds of millions, he's going to prison. And then, of course, none of that was true.
Yeah, none of that was true. All right, you can turn your volume back down. I'm coming back in. The videos are in the description. So if you want to see the whole thing, definitely go check that out. But it's really interesting to see that like he is in a position where he's like, guys, I told you, and he could be very angry, and he could be calling for even if calling for them to be shut down or something that could very easily then be spun into Alex Jones is being violent again. And this is just the way that they can control anybody. And so there's not really a reason for him to be a government shill, because to the degree that any information that gets out there, it's going to be information that they approve of, or they're going to take you out. Clearly. So switching gears once again, a shout out to Lou Valentino for catching this. I don't know actually where he got it, but something I just wanted to show some positive Trump news. He was saying, that people don't show positive Trump stuff, and I agreed. So let's check this out.
Boom! We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's live stream. As you can see that photo right there of Donald Trump hugging this young lady. Donald Trump makes unexpected move as he goes to Chick-fil-A and goes in front of the media in Atlanta, Georgia, and is beating all the narratives. The narratives that Donald Trump is racist, the narrative that Donald Trump is a bad person, the narrative that Donald Trump doesn't care about people, doesn't care about. Donald Trump walks into a Chick-fil-A with an all-black staff, and he makes history. I want you guys to see these videos. I want you guys to take a look. Comment down. Let me know where you guys are watching from. These are the moments that the media won't tell you about. These are the moments that the media won't show you. And
so shout out again to Lou here. But the notion that he's so racist, and we just have him acting like a normal person. And of course, you can see Biden acting normal around white people, black people, Chinese people, whatever. But you don't see, or rather, you do see in the policies that the racism is baked in. And so you don't need to say mean words to people of color in order to be racist. And when Trump doesn't have those types of things, and then you see stuff like this, I mean...
Can I have 30 milkshakes?
30 milkshakes!
Oh. Business good? Making a lot of money? Everyone getting rich, right? Thanks very much.
Let's get rich. Let's get rich.
You like each other, right? Can I have 30?
This is the best moment right here. This is my favorite moment.
We took care of those colleges.
Sure did. Much better than Biden did. So this is part.
Said she took. I took care of the colleges. She's like, yeah, I did better than Biden.
This is stolen. This is Morehouse. This is more stuff than all. Isn't that great? So I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. Okay, 4 p.m. We do 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
She said, I don't care what the media says. We support you. We support you. And this isn't some huge story, but just to see that, there is the swing that we've seen with, I'm not done with that one. The swing that we've seen with the black vote and just people of color, where their voting bloc is moving. It's no longer taboo to be a minority and say, I'm for Trump.
Oh man. So one more time, as you can see, she's speaking about the colleges. She's speaking about the media's narrative of how don't listen to the narrative. We support you.
We took care of those colleges.
Sure did.
We took care of the colleges.
Better than Biden did. So.
Better than Biden did.
This is Clark Atlanta. This is Spelman. This is Morehouse. This is Morris Spelman. All
Isn't that great?
So I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We support you.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Beautiful.
Damn, the media will definitely.
We got another one.
This is an original from 2016. Oh, I love this guy. I like that guy. Do you have a pen for me? Give me a good pen.
Just signing autographs.
That is the original, huh? 2016, Cleveland.
Oh, it's from 2016. And it's just little things like Biden can't do this. Biden can't do this because if he were to try, there would be too many people, yelling in his face. Now, I'm sure somebody would love to yell in Trump's face, but number one, the people who tend to have those problems don't have the fucking balls to say it to his face, even though they're rampant online. But Trump would be ready to come back.
You've been there from the beginning. See? You knew what was happening. You got it. That's cool, man. What's your name? Lawrence. Okay, Lawrence, let me get this pen out of here. Thank you. That's really nice. He understood long before the rest, right? Oh, good. You are fantastic. You know Shelley? Yes. A great host. And are you guys friends or something? That's nice because he's been there a long time too. I think right from the beginning.
That's what we're worried about, Seabass. That if you put your hope in Trump, they won't allow it. I mean, I agree with you, or I think that is a reasonable worry. But at this point, it's not a matter of like it doesn't make sense to say, oh, because they won't allow it, I'm going to support somebody else. That wouldn't be the logical thing. I mean, yes, hope is all we really have. But I'm not going to vote for somebody else because I want Trump to win.
What? We did a radio interview with Shelley, and I appreciated it. I appreciate you. I hung up. I said, "What a nice guy that is."
I'll bring in my clubs tomorrow.
You let me know. I'm telling you. You let me know, Shelley. Watch his show. His show is great. Listen to his show. He got it. You two guys got it. Around to everybody, meaning politicians. We don't do that. Hillary had more than twice the money that we had. And how did that race turn out? I'm not 100% sure. No, we don't need this.
Got him.
We could get as much. We're doing very well. We broke the all-time record the other night, 52 million. More importantly, we take in more than anybody with a small donation, $61 average. And that's never happened for a Republican before. We take in $61 average, and we take in a lot of money that way. And that, to me, is the most important money because those people vote. They're not in Monte Carlo. They're not on a yacht. They're voting. And we love them. And this group of people that we just met is unbelievable. Yeah.
And so there you have, so as he says, hope in Trump is just slightly better than hope in Biden. Ho in Biden. There you go. But yeah, it's this kind of stuff that is we understand. Yes, he is campaigning. He is doing things so that you will give him your vote. It's not that he genuinely cares about each and every individual person. That's not a realistic standard. But he's showing that he's willing to do whatever it is that needs to be done in order to make the people happy. So I said, you have no backup plan when Trump goes JFK. Yes, I do. It is Vivek. If he's not alive, then I'm voting Vivek. If he is alive and he's not on the ballot, I'm writing in Trump. And,
That young lady was unbelievable.
Yeah, for people that might not have heard, you did historical things for black colleges.
I did. I funded them long term. They were going on a year-to-year basis, and they were always being chiseled and cut. And I got to know the heads of the black colleges and universities, and they came in, they saw me. And after 3 years, I said, how come you keep coming back? They said, they make us come back every year. I said, nope, no longer. And I gave them long-term financing, long-term commitments from the government. They do a fantastic job.
And so we're seeing that not only does the man have the ability to speak in full sentences, he understands the issues, or at least enough to be able to talk about them as if he does. And again, it's not about Trump. It's not about Trump. It's about the fact that it's not Biden and the Democrats or the neocons or the rhinos or any of them. It's the fact that he is just, for at least for me personally, He's just far outside enough of the establishment. Like, he's still a, New York liberal all his life. But the fact that he's not a Biden, he's not a Haley, he's not any of these people is enough for me. Previously it wasn't, but now it is. Notice Trump wasn't using his normal third grade vocabulary he uses in speeches. Goes to show it's part of the sale, and it's not that he's just stupid. Yeah, and you're not going to see this stuff on CNN or MSNBC. You're not even going to see this stuff on Fox, because it doesn't seem to have enough of a reaction to warrant them even caring. All right, we're going to try it one more time. Welcome back, sir. Let's see. Give us a test.
Is it working?
Is it working? No.
I don't know, man.
No.
Thanks for trying. I'm sorry.
Not a problem, brother. If you do get it fixed, we are here. All right, we tried. Shout out to Modern Apocrypha for giving it the shot. We do appreciate him very, very much. Well, and if you can't get it figured out, we'll definitely bring him back on a different day. But yeah, okay. So don't worry, we'll blame me. Just blame me. So yeah, I mean, just the fact that there's a whole thing here, a whole bunch. Oh wait, I didn't actually see this far. What is this?
Biden is doing just United States history, and it's pretty crazy because when you look at what MSNBC just went through today. Undecided voters, take a listen to this.
I want to show two more. The undecided voters were also asked how they think President Biden is doing on the economy. Take a listen.
I think he's been absolutely disastrous for the economy.
I agree.
Raise your hand if you think President Trump's policies on the economy would be better for your family personally.
Oh!
Raise your hand. All right, so that is.
Oh, that is all of them. Shout out to Garrett Grant in the building. Welcome to the party. And yeah, we still got Modern back here trying to figure it out. And again, if it don't happen today, we will definitely make it happen. Someone jump on and see if that's a good idea. Yeah, somebody else come up just to test. You don't have to cam up or anything. Just pop in and see if it's something with StreamYard on my end. Smart.
Is everybody. President Biden argues that his economic record has been very good. He said President Trump's was not as good. What are you keying off of, Sean? Since you had the best smile, and Virginia second best smile. What are you keying off of to say President Trump's economic policies would be better for?
And again, these are the undecideds. These aren't liberals. These aren't Republicans. These are specifically people who are like, I don't know yet.
Past performance of my 401k. I know it was post 2020 and everything kind of flipped around, but
this is why I tell you guys what's going on with the markets and what's going on with the dollar is extremely crucial. I'm even going to interview the head of Noble Gold Investments. He's going to come on the channel and talk to you guys about gold. Like I said, if you're after an IRA, if you have your money in the bank, I don't know what you guys are doing. Go to Lou Valentino Gold, get a free kit, get yourself a phone call with them. It's all free. They'll explain to you how this is important because if you look at the economy,
shout out to Lou. Go check that out if you want to. Appreciate the content.
Look at Trump today. He saw Trump. The timing of this is
all right. Let's try this out. Welcome to our boy Guam Tech. How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Doing good. Just
right. Testing. Chat. What do we hear and see?
Hello.
Oh, look, we got a sea bass in the building.
I was just coming in to do a test.
All right, let's see. Somebody in the chat. Oh, it is echoing. Okay.
Now I turn mine off.
Yeah, I think it's echoing on my part too.
Echo cancellation?
This is sea bass. My echoing.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't.
It's your fault, man.
I guess we're not gonna be doing a panel show then. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for coming up. Anything you want to say before you dip out? No. All right. I apologize, guys. I don't know what is good. Yeah. Everybody but me. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I did figure out my stream deck, but yeah, I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I don't even know what to do about that. But yes, thank you for the test. That definitely, at least a modern can be like, all right, what the hell is wrong with my shit? Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's jump back in, guys. I apologize to everybody for the I'm gonna remove this. So it's not an open panel, but we are here in the chat. Yeah, I'm seriously wondering what the fuck was up with my stuff. There you go. Unwanted foe is always right. He is always right. Dilly to that. Thank you again. And Steve said this would never happen to the real Jesus. Fair.
It's important because if you look at the economy, you look at Trump today, Trump. The timing of this is so impeccable. It's crazy. Like I said, he says the inflation is back and it's raging. And the reports of inflation have gone up. They're going in the wrong direction. So it's looking like another, I'm not going to say crash, but if you look at the stock market, it's not looking too good. If you look at the market as a whole, if you look at inflation, you look at the dollar. Can you guys afford groceries? Like, can you guys afford anything? You guys feel like the dollar is help? Like the dollar to me, like every time I go outside, I feel like I'm spending $40, $50 every time I'm going.
Yeah, where are you guys at with that? Put in a 1 in the chat if you are comfortable with your grocery prices. Put a 2 if you're like, that.
Outside is crazy. So if your retirement is not the best, you want to back it up with a goal. It's important you guys do that. Let's keep listening to these undecided voters and listen to them. These are undecided voters that deal with everyday groceries.
This is not financial advice, but buy Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm talking like that. No, I am not about that. Shout out to Mugen. Either way, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Welcome to the party. Also, not really happy with the grocery prices. But wait. Biden said that inflation's down and that the economy's good. That's what he said. Maybe we're just too dumb to understand what money is.
They deal with all these different things.
You can't blame everything on 2020 for forever.
We have areas here in Pennsylvania where it's just at a standstill right now. Like things are supposed to be being built and the interest rates are just way too high for people to invest and start moving around.
And Virginia, just staying with you because Pennsylvania is near and dear to Joe Biden's heart. Are there Biden policies that you would blame for the problem? And if so, what are they?
Good question. But yeah, the foundation of fiat is indeed a grift. It's the fact of this is backed by nothing, has no other reason to exist, but the fact that you can grift with it.
The interest rate is so high right now, and I know they're trying to cut the inflation down. But like, if nobody is building, no businesses are really coming to Pennsylvania right now to keep us moving forward.
Even if you're trying to buy a house, because I'm trying to become a first-time home buyer, the prices are so high right now. It's just hard.
Is there anything Joe Biden could do or say between now and the time you vote that would make you feel differently about feeling that his policies would not be as good for your family on the economy? Or have you pretty much decided that Trump's policies would be better for the economy?
I mean, I feel like he doesn't even take accountability for what's going on in the economy. Not even accountability.
They don't. They're trying to gaslight you into believing that everything is okay.
Facts. What did I just say? The economy is great, and you just don't understand. Because the fiat is backed by the gambling of the elite. They control the value of things via investment and gambling. And I mean. It's like that's a whole other conversation, but it goes so deep. It goes so deep that, when you're really thinking about it, sometimes it's like, is there even a reason to try to find a way to gain wealth? And of course, the answer is yes, but it's difficult. It's difficult. Sebastian, inflation has been miraculously held back considering the amount of corruption. I still pay $4.99 for a gallon of milk. I don't really buy gallons of milk, so I don't really know. But that seems pretty good. What are you guys paying for a gallon of milk?
They're trying to gaslight you into believing that everything is just fine. It's not.
I was just listening to Dave Smith talk about how the media is turning on Israel and all that money. All that and with Netanyahu not even trying to end anything, it's not good. Owner-Apocrypha said, I buy gallons, 9 gallons at a time. God damn. Well, yeah, it's 6 good. So how much are they? Guam Tag said 7. I get the good. What's the good shit? When I was still, what was it? Not soy milk, almond milk. I was drinking almond milk for a while. I like it, but it just, it doesn't really come into my diet that often. So even like with my protein shakes, I just make them with water. A little bit of peanut butter. Yeah, market's highly artificial. With an artificial market comes artificial value. Well said.
Ability, like he's in denial that it's happening.
The point,
it's the whole administration. You guys, not you guys, but a lot of these like liberals, like how many liberals come on this live stream and constantly talk about, oh, everything is headed in the right direction.
Biden needs to hear the people, because when he's talking about the economy doing stellar, he's talking about the stock market. He's not looking at homelessness or joblessness. He's not thinking about how much it costs to go to the grocery store, and he's gaslighting.
Damn, where do you live? I need to go shopping where you're at. God damn. $3.99 a pound? $3.99 a pound? That's like I don't have it off the top of my head, but I want to say at least $9. At least $9. I'm saying $3.50. Damn. I mean, maybe milk specifically is cheaper, but definitely ground beef is way more expensive here than that. Yeah, that is, and so from what I understand about raw milk, it has to do with the pasteurization, and whatever diseases you could get from the cow, but it's not necessarily common. But because of the FDA, they made it legal. You know what else is illegal? Collecting rainwater. SoCal. Oh well, okay. I'll take more expensive meat and not live in California. Thank you very much.
Literally everyone in the process.
There you go. Head over to Wyoming.
Voted for Joe Biden last time, right?
Yeah.
Some really important and hard insights for the Biden campaign to
MSNBC. Yo, MSNBC is taking L's. Yesterday they had Ari talk to the lawyer, and the lawyer from Stormy. It's not good. It's not good. Oh my God. Everything is just fine.
Here, there, and hearing.
Damn. All right. Here's what you all need to do. Everybody just buy 1 pound of ground beef, send it to me, and I'll cash app you $1 more.
All that. You might think things are pretty bad for President Biden. That was not good.
Lou's loving it.
We've been trying to say this for the longest. Take a look at this.
We done told you.
Hotter than expected. Black Conservative Perspective. He posted this clip. I want to show
Shout out to Black
this
Conservative
is,
Perspective.
Media talking about. Just look at the market. Look how red it is.
Hotter than expected. 3.5. This is 3/10 hotter than we looked at in the rearview mirror. 3.2. To find a bigger number than 3.5, you're going back to May of last year when it was. I am wrong. September of last year when it was 3.7. And
I gotta be honest, I don't know what this stuff means.
Finally,
do you guys know what this means?
Inflation. Yeah. Like what? Oh. I'm Joe Biden. I can't even do a Joe Biden impression. This would just be hilarious.
I don't know what this stuff is.
MSNBC, CNN forced to tell the truth.
So it's in the consumer price index. I don't know what that word is, but up 3.5% in the last 12 months and month over 0.4%. If only StreamYard wasn't fucking us right now. StreamYard, get your shit together. Yeah, well. The CPI is a crap. Yeah, I don't know, not too familiar with the money talk like that. That's why I was like, between the idea, the fact that it's fiat currency and the fact that there's so much manipulation. Not that there's no manipulation in the crypto world, obviously, but I felt like the culture of just the culture was different. And if maybe this is a little bit naive, but at the time, and I was thinking of like, okay, what should I do with this COVID money? It made sense to say, all right, well, if I'm hedging against fiat currency, I don't want to just get more fiat currency or something that is fiat currency. And again, I don't think that makes sense, but it made sense to me at the time. I'm saying I understand enough about what they're manipulating in fiat world to at least get by. It's awful though. Bitcoin is the best buy right now as a hedge. Dilly to that. Where's Bitcoin at right now? Let's see. Oh. 66. Okay. Down a little bit, but still up from the previous all-time high. Dylan said, I think StreamYard is still recovering from that site-wide outage and technical difficulty they were having a day or two ago. Okay. Well, as long as y'all are fixing it. I need my people up here. All right. I need my people up here.
Oh, this is, and I'm not even happy about this because look, a lot of people have been telling me, hey Lou, I'd love to subscribe to your locals. I'd love to hand you some money. I'd love to fund this channel, but we can't do it. Like the economy is killing us. We got to pay for groceries. Our rent is really high. Everything is high, but there's no accountability from this administration. All they'll tell you is that crime is down. Groceries are down. Like they'll tell you these lies constantly. And then, bro, like undecided voters, Trump supporters, everybody in the middle, everybody to the right is screaming out loud. They're lying about everything. And again, guys, we knew this. It's just nice to have actual stats to say, because everybody's like, oh, well, we're this government agency says that, and this government agency says that, and that bought off a study says this. It's nice to just see that it's so bad that even MSNBC and CNN are not in the possibility of denying this any longer. I don't know if it's the stream. The only thing I did was turn up the volume on the monitor, which comes out to here because it was super quiet, and then I just turned it up physically from the monitor. So I really don't know. But again, I would say the Dylan's probably, that would be my best guess, because usually if it's gonna fuck up, that I would hear it on my end too. So it's definitely something like in between my, because clearly my audio is coming in and the video, but they're all down from yeah, exactly. This is like when they say that murder is down in New York City. Like from when? So it was here, and then it went here, and now it's here. It's like, oh my God, we did so great. It's down. From when? So the price of gold has gone up quite a bit from 1,900 to 2,400. I think is the last spot price. That's something I need to do. So I think what my plan is to watch how this cycle with Bitcoin goes, and get some of the, take out some of my returns from that and put, diversify, maybe a little gold and silver. I don't have a reason for it, but I'm just very iffy about the stock market, about Wall Street. I don't know. All right. So if you have not heard, OJ Simpson is dead. It's so weird how little people are talking about this. Like, I've seen it around, but it doesn't seem like anybody. Usually there'll be some, obviously, if it's just a normal person, they'll be like, thoughts and prayers, RP, oh my God. But because of the, who he is, it's so weird. And so I thought that PBD had, I don't even know who this woman is, Sage Steele, talking about the deaths. So if you're gonna buy precious metals, get numismatics. Yeah, you gonna have to talk to me about that in the after party, guys. If you are not a member of the channel, make sure you are, because even though the Discord is free to join, it is absolutely free, 100% free to join, where you can get the free chat and the current events and the content suggestions. All that stuff is free. We're in there hanging out all the time. But after every single live stream, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we go over after the stream into the voice channel, where we don't have to worry about YouTube censors or anything like that. And you're not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. So join up. It is a grand old time.
I think it's a different
crazy
game with
breaking news. You were right.
Was I right?
What?
OJ Simpson dead.
No way. I just said it to Pat. Yep.
Wow. 5 minutes ago. OJ
No,
Simpson dead at 76.
OJ.
What?
Double murder. Someone killed him and a girlfriend.
OJ Simpson.
No. He was out of prison, right?
Don't joke.
Oh yeah.
He was long
Don't
ways
joke
out.
about a murderer.
Well, we don't-
Now we're sympathetic.
No.
Go to OJ Simpson's
Don't joke
Twitter
about cause of
account.
death until we
What?
find
Go
out
to
what's up.
OJ Simpson's Twitter account right there. Just a few minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, their family tweeted this. On April 10th, our father, OJ Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer, was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asked that you please respect their wishes of privacy and grace.
Potential juror. Oh my God.
What up?
Well, let's lighten that up a little bit. And
for the OJ Simpson case, we're asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week. In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score. Xiao Ming Wu, who after the trial plans to attend Caltech. By the way, you can now purchase a bronze statue of the Juice for only $3,395. And for an even $5,000, you can buy one that Al Cowlings has kissed the ass of. OJ Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stalking.
What? Norm's gonna norm.
The crowd is torn.
Right, last one.
According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is OJ Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or treat.
Oh, R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. Wow.
Succumbed to his battle with cancer, was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asked that you please respect their wishes of privacy and grace.
I didn't even know he had cancer.
Oh my God.
What up?
I didn't know he had cancer.
Well, no, he talked about
Guess
it.
I'm
but
not
way
the
he made it
only
seem, the video
one.
that came out recently, because if you go back a couple weeks ago, he did a video. Maybe they took the video down. He's like, all this stuff you're hearing, rumors about me and cancer, they're lie. I'm okay. There's nothing going on with me. This is the one, Rob. Play this.
Yeah, real quick about just an aside about SNL. It's sad because they could still be funny. It's not like there's not funny people anymore. It's they made the conscious decision to say no, we're going to be less funny so we can be more widespread. Dylan said Norm also had cancer and no one knew. Crazy. People just suffering in silence. Let people know. People want to love you and take care of you and take the opportunity of the time that you have left. I think that's really selfish. Modern says, I think that pop culture is actually being intentionally destroyed. Absolutely. It is I mean, it's, I don't know how far in terms of like the communist way, like we got to shut everything down and shut creative thought and all that. I don't know how purposely aligned with that it is, but just by virtue of, like I said, they don't want to take any risks and they want to make sure that they can appeal to the widest audience possible. They're just scraping the bottom of the barrel, and it's not working. It's not working. And we were talking the other day about Marvel, and I still think that they realized their fuck up somewhere between Captain Marvel and She-Hulk, and they were like, we gotta shift things around. And X-Men is doing the damn thing. Yeah, speaking about the MCU, shout out to Chadwick Boseman. Damn. Think about how awesome Black Panther 2 would have been. Shame. And also he's dead, but you know what I mean.
Go back a little bit. Yeah.
Damn. Well, hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there, but
maybe you should have been.
Whoever put that out there, I guess, is like the Donald saying, can't trust the media. In any event, I'm hosting a ton of friends for the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas all is well. You know, so
Well,
hey,
one thing you got to give him
take
credit
care.
for.
Have a good Super Bowl weekend.
He's got the Bill Clinton syndrome.
Which one?
I did not have any relations with that.
Or if it doesn't fit,
look
him,
at
must
you in the
quit.
camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like the craziest thing of the entire thing, which guys, everybody knows what happened. This guy, the audacity to write a book after the murders, and the book was called.
Do you guys know this? Do you someone put the name of the book in the chat if you know it? And the way that the cover was done. Insane. I'm like I said, OJ couldn't even be truthful about his disease. Lies. Are you saying that in the sense that he's a liar, or are you in the sense that he couldn't feel comfortable sharing it? So he said pop culture is on the path of imagination. When you kill imagination, you control society. Just act your local commissar. Yep. There we go. Shout out to Trey Williams. Said OJ didn't do it. He didn't do it. He's innocent. So nobody knows the name of the book? Come on. A little both. Fair enough. I should open this one. The book is not called I Did It. The book is called If I Did It. And it goes, yeah. And it goes right exactly down to the T. If he were to do it, how he would do it. Meaning he did it. He's telling us he did it. Just if I did this, if I did this, oh yeah. If I did it, the if is hidden, and exactly like you're not like that's perfect. If you just if you're walking by a shelf at a bookstore, or you're scrolling on Amazon, I mean, if you're just scrolling, what does that look like to you? It looks like I did it. I didn't do it, but if I did, this is how I would have done it. Do you know what That's not what it was called, bro.
Those orders, and the book was called I Didn't Do It, but if I did, this is how I would have done it.
Do you know what he's been doing for the last handful of years? He's been out there lurking, searching.
Looking
for victims, for the killers.
How do you process
of Nicole Brown Smith and Ron Goldman?
How do you process this?
That was hilarious. I took him serious. He's like, he's out there lurking. I'm like, wait, what? He was doing what? Oh, let's do that again.
I didn't do it.
Out there lurking, searching
for
looking
for victims,
for the killers.
How do you process
of Nicole Brown Smith and Ron Goldman?
How do you process this?
I'm just shooting my shot right now.
Well, meaning he
is a double murderer.
Yep.
He was acquitted because if the glove don't fit, he must have.
Well, because there's a Mark Furman was a racist that was on the he's the luckiest murderer.
Is there anything more watered down word these days?
Wait, no, Mark. No.
Okay, who had? Well, okay, so we got 80% of you saying that he did do it, with a solid 20%. Gone 6. I mean, the book is definitely a good grip if you didn't do it. Yeah, I agree, but also he did it. But to think that I assume you guys are, very familiar with the case. If you didn't, if you, were too young to actually see it, as I was, there's been many documentaries, as well as the Cuba Gooding Jr. Dramatic retelling, which was fantastic. If you have not seen that, absolutely amazing. So Vinny, I think Vinny is saying that it wasn't the reason that OJ got so lucky was because of Mark Harmon, the super racist cop. And I don't know. I kind of feel like Johnny Cochran was a little bit bigger of a factor there.
Racist that
he was acquitted because if the glove don't fit, he must.
Well, because there's a Mark Furman was a racist that was on the he's the luckiest murderer.
Is there anything more watered down word these days?
Wait, no, Mark Furman was a racist. He was big time, and he did plant. Yeah. He didn't need to. The facts were going to be there, but the fact that this guy was on that case, ruined. What?
I love that you're focused on Mark Furman. That's great.
No,
that's
Adam,
cool.
I agree.
He had.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, that was a big part that there was a super racist cop, but it was what was this 92 or something? Like, there's a lot of racist cops, bro. Grum's said I didn't vote because I was super young when it was happening. I don't know really anything except if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Well, but I mean, that's it. The only reason is because he was wearing a latex glove. So if you have, again, if we're talking about isotoners, we're not talking about, crazy big gloves that you wear snowboarding or something. These are isotoners. So they fit relatively close. And then if you're wearing not only another glove already, even if it's just latex, and then you can see, let's see if we can get a picture of when he actually does it. If the glove don't fit. Let's see. You can see his fingers, are all stretched out like this. And so those gloves fit you, bro. Those gloves fit you. No, too much. Those gloves fit you. But you have latex gloves on underneath, and you're doing that. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason. And again, now 20 years later, we all remember, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. But as if there was no other evidence in the trial. So there was a dude related to the Kardashians, but he covered up for OJ a lot. You mean Robert Kardashian, his lawyer? Welcome back. Mugen says, no, the profit goes to Nicole's family because they won the civil case against him and they made him change the title. Oh, well, there you go. If I want to be a nitpicking little asshole, I technically, if he's not guilty and he's writing fiction, then I don't really see what, like, the court ruled he was not guilty. So it don't really make sense that they won this case. I think it is a good thing that they did. I'm just saying, if you're going to say he's not guilty, then that's what it means. I think OJ was banging Mrs. Kardashian. Maybe. Once posted, also the Rodney King incident happened 3 years earlier. There was a lot more racial divide then. Oh yeah. Jay said it was both. Johnny did a hell of a job, but the fact that the key witness was super racist was the icing on top. Yeah, I completely agree. But again, we could see how Marsha Clark was her name. She had a brilliant case here. She had an amazing case to be able to win, and she dropped the ball. And so, really, there's really a lot of weight in the lawyers and how they choose to play out the case, the questions they choose to ask, the order in which they ask him, all that kind of stuff. And again, to bring out the idea that, well, if the glove would fit, then maybe the guy did it. But if it didn't fit, he definitely that's brilliant lawyering there. Brilliant. Guamzak said there's apparently a theory that it was OJ's son that did it. A lot of evidence actually does point to him being the suspect. I mean, I'd definitely be open to looking at new information or like going through the trial again, let's say. I'd be open to that. And if we have a new perspective, I would definitely be willing. But also, his lawyer ushered out a lot of evidence in a suitcase in broad daylight right in front of the cameras. Agreed. Modern says they're working hard to create the racial divide today. Bingo. Yep. And that is why those of us who understand that, those of us who see that this is what they're doing, we see other people getting caught up, just like the Drizzle Drizzle stuff. We see that the Drizzle Drizzle is a joke, but some women are getting really caught up in it as if it's not a joke. And so, well, in that case, we want them to take it seriously when it's not serious. When it comes to the real world, when it comes to race relations, that's something that if you're aware of this, then you have a little bit of extra responsibility, a little bit of obligation to realize that there are people out there who think that the racial divide is organic and real, and that everybody out there is racist and this, that, and all that stuff. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think they work very hard at it because people are not racist, and they have to develop this fake racism. And like, it's not that people aren't negatively affected by it, but it's not organic. It's not organic. And I mean, that it's not coming from people's personal experiences and shape them to think that way or anything like that. It's a purposeful propaganda campaign. 100%.
The most amazing legal team ever put together. It was a super team.
Okay.
Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian. Didn't he have Alan Dershowitz as well? Didn't he have Robert Shapiro?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy spent millions of dollars on lawyers.
Yeah,
he got
actually,
off.
he didn't spend it.
And if you didn't see, he's from Wyoming. So you would think that in a farmer redneck. I mean, I don't know if that's really redneck, but it's definitely southeast type of not diverse. And I don't know. It's so projected. Shout out to Daryl Frazier. Welcome to the party. So where do atheists get their morals? Their morals from, if not God? Well, I can't speak for other atheists because we are not a team or a club or anything like that. But I get my morals from the Bible mostly, but in general, just the Enlightenment and liberal ideas that have allowed our society to grow into what it is. Welcome to the party. Well, so I guess the evidence of his son was that he owned a similar knife, was being treated for rage issues at the time, and had been accused of stabbing other people at the time too. That's interesting. Yeah, we might have to look in that a little bit. So he said, liberty, reverence for individual will, negates social engineering. That is why we have no liberty these days. Exactly. They know what they're doing. Shout out to Cody Brooks in the building. Welcome to the party, sir. So I grew up on a Native American, aka Indian to me. Yeah, I say Indian because of all the American Indian people that I have spoken to, this Native thing, and like we're Indian. That's what we say to ourselves. So I'm going with that. Number one, because it's easier. Number two, because that's what y'all want. Anyway. So I grew up on an Indian reservation. Eventually, I lived in majority Black South Alabama. Then I lived in majority Mexican West Texas. I'm tired of being lectured by idiots. There you go. You can go all over the place. And yeah, there's going to be shitty people in every group. There's no questioning that. There's going to be racist people in any group of a certain size. But this idea that people are just out here being racist and benefiting from it in any way is just not really a thing. What benefit do people get? And it's crude to even think of it that way, but that's why. I mean, why? You know what I mean? Why is somebody going to do something that has so much downside, so much potential downside, and zero upside? So I think Guamtech is answering Daryl here, saying where do atheists get their morals from, if not God? Guamtech, they do get it from God, but in a more historic way and not religious. There you go. Seabass said morals are written on a man's heart. I will drink to that. Not the troll he thought it was going to be, but if it was a genuine question, welcome. I'm glad you're here, but I'm going to guess not. Yep. Liberty. So said our constitutional rights are given to us by God, not government. If you don't believe in God, you have no constitution. No, it says creator, not God. Cody, so they still have Porch Creek Indian Reservation on their sign. I love my people. There you go. Well, if you were white, that'd be racist, but you're not, so it's totally okay.
They didn't get paid.
Yep. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
He got off. I think everybody knows.
He did.
He killed those two
I did
people.
not
So
say
here
he
we
did.
are.
I didn't say he didn't, but look.
I meant to ding, and I buzzed. Let's do that again.
Got off. I think everybody knows.
He did.
He killed those two people.
I did not
So
say
here
that he
we
did.
are.
I didn't say he didn't, but look at the circumstances.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. But probably not. Probably not. But maybe. So you think you're doing a thing. And again, as what if I believe in Odin? You act like, again, this is the perceived, again, this is my perception. I'm not saying anything about anybody else. My perception of the, at least, let's not even say Christian, but religious superiority, that you are superior to me because you believe in a thing that you can't prove. That is ridiculous. And also what the transes think. You think just like them.
Everybody knows
he did.
He killed those.
Oh, I didn't. I did not
So
say
here
that he
we
didn't.
are.
I didn't say he didn't. But look at the circumstances. Besides the team, you have a known racist detective taking the glove, which already has blood on it, and moving it. You just messed up a crime scene, and you made him now the luckiest murderer on the planet. And then he's putting on the gloves, and it's like, bro, just because you got on a tight glove doesn't mean you can't kill anybody. I could kill Tom right now with some tight
I'd love
gloves.
to see.
Bro, that's not what that was. Those were the gloves. They were trying to see if the gloves that were used in the killing, because you would need gloves because your hand slips off the knife, if those gloves that were used in the killing, if they fit. That is not, they were not just saying, OJ, let's see, can you stab somebody with these gloves on?
I know, I love Tom, but what I'm saying
Oh boy.
what I'm saying is,
Tom
in
is
a
a
climate,
joke,
in a climate where the country was,
Yes.
we were in a bad. It was the LA riots. Wasn't it the LA riots?
1995. What year was it?
95. Great, yeah, great. By the way, if they said, even if they know he was guilty, innocent, if they were like, no, he's guilty, put him in jail. Do you know what the country would have gone into? He was the luckiest
I don't know.
time.
Maybe BLM riots.
Well, pretty close. But he murdered two people.
Penny, there were two trials. He was 1-1. He lost the civil
trial.
case.
Yeah, of course.
Civil case.
But my
the Goldman family.
my point
On the same evidence presented to a different jury in the civil
How does that
case.
work?
So my point is, he murdered two people at the luckiest time
Will
for him to get away with.
OJ rest in peace?
I don't know about that. If you believe in heaven and hell,
Will OJ rest in peace? I want to hear say.
What do you guys think? Will OJ rest in peace?
I don't think the word peace should ever be
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I forgot she was here.
in the same sentence with OJ Simpson, even if he's no longer walking this earth. My first thoughts went to.
So wait a minute. This is a black woman saying that OJ was guilty? Trey, go get her.
The Brown family, and then Ronald
Goldman,
the Goldman and the Brown families, and like what must they be thinking right now? I don't even think there's peace with them, right? Even the guy that killed them allegedly, right? Guy that killed them is now gone. Do they have peace? No, they never have. I don't think there's any. Anyway, and even if you're his family, if you're OJ's family, I'm glad everybody was there, I guess. But like, no matter what, and especially think about the way he.
How could you possibly know that? It's so frustrating when people publicly say things that they could not possibly know. Crazy. Context said, if all knowledge and people of morality were wiped out in one fell swoop, would society revert back to being just a step above cavemen? Probably not. We'd probably go a little bit further, like exactly where we are.
Handled his business
or maybe a little bit further if we, get rid of the dogma.
For the last several years. And remember the robbery.
So OJ only speaks in interviews. Gotcha.
In Las Vegas.
He was there with
and the
them
guns
too.
and the ring selling.
Yeah.
He was there. So I don't know that the
You
word
think
peace
he was guilty
exists.
of the double murder in 95?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But like, it's not, does our opinion matter? Unfortunately, more important opinions don't even matter.
And
with this.
I think it comes down to, that was a great question, Pat. I think it's, he will rest in peace because we didn't see it. We had no idea. If he did Sage, if he genuinely prayed to God, because we're not stupid, and he asked for forgiveness and was genuine in his heart for doing it, he'll be okay. If not,
just like Nala. So, crazy that it's. I would have thought there was a much bigger reaction. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I don't know. Steve said, God put me here to witness. And Myron said, you do more than witness, dude. Dilly dilly to that. Projection. Getting me drunk. All right, switching gears. Shout out to the Irish. shout out to the Irish leprechaun himself, Seamus of Freedom Tunes.
Sales are way down. No one's buying American flags anymore. We had some success when we jumped on the Pride bandwagon, but now that it's a settled issue, there's just no demand for flags anymore. I miss the good old days when we could lobby the government to conquer another state so we'd get a new star. Everyone in the country had to update their flags.
Oh, not anymore. Everything's too woke.
Woke. Whoa, that's it. Guys, I've got it. What if we updated the gay flag for trans people?
So it says, as a trans, I decided to add new stripes for trans visibility. I hope you like it. It's so close. It says flags are us, but in my mind, I'm hearing something a little bit different. Oh my god. Do any of you live in a neighborhood that looks like this? Uh-oh. Queer and trans people of color are just as valid. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Ooh. Inclusivity matters. What's this for? I added this triangle to celebrate their. The pink. The sickle. Hold on, we gotta see all of these. Hold on. Okay. Oh. Pink. Okay. Chicken. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Wait. Look at the one lady. That one. What is that? What is the circle and yellow part supposed to mean now? No idea. You said the world was going to end. And you was wrong.
All right, Chris. We're ready to see the new pride flags.
Yes, the LGBTQIA PZX 773 LPF 87G community is waiting.
And without further ado, I present to them and you, just in time for the start of Pride Century, our
Pride Century
newest design. No, I missed that one, sorry. Fortunately, I have backups. Chris, what's going on? Nothing, we just...
What did I lie about?
Quick, use this selfie.
Duplicate flag. Flag.
We've used it all! We've used it all! No!
Good job. I don't remember what this one's about. I forgot what this is, so we're gonna find out together. Again, that one was just a nice. If you're not familiar with Freedom Tunes, TOONS, definitely go check them out. Great cartoons, and just hits the mark on. I think this is George Floyd 2.0. Shout out to Seamus. So if you are not familiar, why didn't I thought I had this. Okay, let me get this. So this out.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, here we go again. You know, all these activist leftoids wonder why we're such skeptics in a lot of these situations. They wonder why we question the official narrative upon release, why we wait for more information to drop before coming to a conclusion, you know, as if that's a bad thing. Well, it's probably because the same thing happens over and over again. It's kind of like a been there, done that situation. You know, if there was an actual long, extensive documented history of minority folk essentially being gunned down in the streets for no apparent reason, you know, like LeBron James suggested, if that was actually the case, then probably, I mean, maybe we'd be a little bit more generous or maybe a little bit more susceptible to believe the headline on face value, but it's never like that. You know, I'm sure there's some leftoids who are red in the face right now, their brain's about to implode. Well, that's exactly what happens. There is a history of that, but obviously there isn't. You know, even the George Floyd situation, which is the most high profile, probably the best example that they have, even that one isn't anywhere close to definitive. There are so many factors and honestly so many facts that point to Derek Chauvin's innocence. The reality is that the facts don't align with the leftist narrative. In other words, or maybe in more direct layman terms, they're generally full of crap. Those claiming victimhood are demonizing police officers as some sort of KKK hit squad. Well, they're frankly full of crap, and here we go yet again. Another one of those situations where the activists and even the families of this supposed victim, well, they're straight up lying, as per usual in the most malicious of fashion, in an attempt to demonize these police officers and really throw their lives away. Let's bring some clarity to the haze. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, we have another police encounter that has ended deadly. And of course, the leftist journalists are already working very hard to craft their narrative. Here's a piece from the Washington Post. Police fire 96 shots in 41 seconds, killing black man during traffic stop. Now,
something's missing in this headline. He was just walking down the street. Or no, it was traffic stop. So he was just doing nothing wrong, and then they just unloaded 96 shots.
oh, that headline is written like that on purpose. 96 shots, 41 seconds, and they're killing a black man. No context. Automatically, the leftist mind reads that headline and perceives the individual as a victim. And of course, they use this photo of the young man, presumably trying to paint the individual as an academic, just a young kid that these brutal police officers murdered in cold blood. And yup, you guessed it, that's the exact narrative that leftists on Twitter are attempting to push, but the reality, as per usual, if you look into the details, is completely counter to the narrative that these activist types are pushing forward, along with this individual's family and legal team. There's so many of these articles that are purposely written in this fashion. Chicago police tactical teams again under scrutiny after fatal shooting of Dexter Reed. Police reform experts argue units have a long history of abuse in Chicago and have not been effective in fighting crime. So essentially, if you were to get your news from mainstream media sources, you would think that the
Bro, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. This is weak.
Police officers did something wrong. And if you were to listen to the family, you'd get that exact same impression.
Just bought his new car 3 days before that, and he was just riding around in his car. He said, "Mom, I'm going for a ride," and they killed him. They killed him.
So while she's talking about that, let's take a little peek at the actual video. Oh God, come on.
Yum, chicken parm with our Purdue chicken. No.
How do I full screen this?
Antibiotics ever. And is that homemade marinara?
Like those yahoos deserve it.
Of course.
Delicious chicken they may or may not deserve. Purdue.
We're getting our first look at what happened during a traffic stop.
All right, so I don't know what's gonna happen. This might get screwed up for violence, so I'm gonna show it because I want you guys to see it. If you want to help out, then feel free.
In Chicago last month. On March 21st, Dexter Reed Jr. was pulled over by officers who say that he was not wearing a seatbelt. That traffic stop ended with Reed dead and a police officer injured. Now today, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability released the officer's body camera footage. We have team coverage for this today. First, we're going to walk you through what that video shows. Then we'll also have reaction from Reed's family and the police union. Let's start here with Charlie Wojciechowski on the video. Charlie?
Well, Alex, the mayor, the Cook County State's attorney, and the head of the Civilian Office of Police Accountability said they're trying to make this investigation as open and transparent as possible. That's why less than 3 weeks after the fatal shooting of Dexter Reed, the videos involved in that investigation have been released to the public. Videos that, we must warn you, can be disturbing to watch.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't think there's any blood per se, but a man dies. So trigger warning.
Body-worn camera video clearly shows Chicago police officers in plain clothes approach the stopped white SUV with Dexter Reed behind the wheel.
What are you doing?
The cops ask for the windows to be lowered and the doors to be unlocked. Reed does not comply.
So I would, we're gonna read this after, but again, I watched not this particular one, but I don't remember what outlet, but I watched a video where they were talking about it, not just the pure footage, and they still haven't said why the stop was initiated.
Open the door now!
The situation escalated when Mr. Reed did not comply with those commands, and multiple officers pointed their guns at him while continuing to shout commands. Within less than a minute, an exchange of gunfire occurred, leaving Mr. Reed dead, and an officer shot in the forearm.
Reed fired first, striking one of the officers.
No, I want to see the actual. All right, let's go to what the fuck is his name? Shit. What's his name again? Dexter Reed, is it? Dexter Reed. Oh. Body cam.
I turn to the latest on the investigation into a deadly police shooting. The family of the 26-year-old who was killed is demanding answers.
All right. So there, this is when they're already they've already pulled him over. He pulled the window down. He said, I don't know what he said. They said, pull the window down, unlock the doors. He starts pulling the window up, and she's like, whoa, don't do that. Then he shot first, out of the car, at the cops.
This morning, independent investigators in Chicago reviewing evidence to determine how a traffic stop turned deadly.
So again, initially, the first thing I'm thinking of course, they say, 91 shots. Did they just dump rounds into a dead body? Or were they in a shootout? Because by this, kind of looks like they were in a shootout.
Reviewing evidence to determine how a traffic stop turned deadly. Newly released Chicago police body camera video capturing the incident that ended with officers firing a barrage of bullets, killing 26-year-old Dexter Reed.
Wonderful said, you can't park in a crosswalk, in case anyone's still wondering why the cops asked what's going on. Makes sense.
Roll the window up. Don't roll the window up.
All unfolding just after 6 p.m. March 21st. Reed in the driver's seat of his white SUV, surrounded by 5 plainclothes tactical officers, guns drawn, who initially pulled him over for not wearing a seatbelt.
For not wearing a seatbelt. For not wearing a seatbelt. My guy. That is like a $35 ticket. At least where I'm from. That's like you gave your life. Why? We definitely can't speculate as to that. But he did have a gun in the car and shot at police officers.
Lock the doors now.
In the video, Reed appears to ignore commands.
Open the door now.
That's when Reed, investigators say, fired at officers first.
So you can see on the other, he shoots out the other side.
That's when Reed
you can see over here, he shoots this guy. I believe he got hit in the forearm.
Investigators say fired at officers.
Yeah, you can see that. Bam.
First.
So now they're all shooting, and then you can see
investigators say fired at officers.
So look at the give me 1 second. The position here. So if you're behind this car and he's in the driver's seat, and then they all run, then I want to see where once he starts to drive away, because that's a key point. That's a key point. What am I missing here? Guantex said, Seabass, please leave your superiority in the past, man. It's not a good look for you, and it doesn't help your cause. Agreed. So I don't have any sympathy left for real criminals. I said, shit. Me too. Once again, I honestly wonder if this coverage is all just a test to see how much people will buy. They're trying to get a read on when to pull out the big guns, literally, on the people not falling for it.
Bingo.
That's it. And that's constantly what's going on. Constantly, they're poking and prodding. And there was, what was it? I think it was Facebook who was doing. They did some experiment where they purposely changed the algorithm so that you would get more negative stuff. And they I forget how they measured it or whatever. But like they can affect your mind like that by purposely, just by one click of the algorithm, and they can control your mind. And we're all still on social media. All still on social media. All right. Yeah. So again, from this perspective, from this vantage point, you're not going to be able to, just snipe a motherfucker. And again, he shot first. There is no reason that this needed to happen.
Striking this officer in the wrist. The officers.
So again, then this person, the look at the I don't know what you call it, but the window of where they're trying to hit. He's not obviously sitting up in the window. He's obviously, probably back or laying or something like that. And so once somebody has fired shots, especially at police, you got to end it. You got to end it. We can't have people out here doing that. Full stop.
Immediately return fire. 4 officers unloading 96 rounds in 41 seconds.
And so again, the 41 seconds is a decent amount of time, but the car moved.
During the gunfire, Reed exits the vehicle and falls to the ground and appears to be shot again multiple times.
They keep not showing the part that I want to show. So he tries to move the car forward, and so it gets blocked even more. But I think he gets stuck on the curb, and so then he comes out around the back of the car, and that's where he gets shot. And, let's see if they.
While 96 rounds being fired by 4 officers seems like a lot, if the officers still perceived the suspect as a threat, the officers would be justified in continuing to fire.
Now, I will say, I'm actually surprised here that they didn't, well, maybe because this is specifically Good Morning America, but in the actual footage itself, I mean, we're not going to go, go through it again just for that one part, but there is an argument to be made because after, the whole like, bop, 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 then the one dude does, put 3 more in him. And there's, if that's what you want to be upset about, then okay, there's a conversation to be had. But to just say, oh, well, it was 91 bullets. So therefore, so you have 5 people, first of all. So that's not even 10 rounds a person. It's just like when you actually sit down and think about it, is it good that somebody died? Of course not. Of course not. But they're trying to spin this into racism so that it's not just a bad thing that happened. Somebody made a mistake. Somebody got was emotional and made the wrong move. No, it's an example. It's an example of everything that's happening all over, everywhere around you. And if you don't stand up, then they're gonna come for you, and you're gonna be next. Nah, bro, it ain't like that.
And they killed him. They killed him.
But then, of course, there's reality. I can't exactly show you guys the clip of the incident itself. You can search for the body cam footage if you'd like. It's going to take 2 seconds to find it. Maybe I could play a heavily, not redacted, but censored version. I'm going to have to blur the actual action.
Let's see if he
March
has.
21st, 2024. Chicago police are initiating a traffic stop on a driver reportedly for not wearing a seatbelt, according to the Civilian Office of Police Accountability. A traffic stop being conducted by 5 tactical officers.
Roll the window down. What are you doing?
Roll this one down.
Roll that one down too.
So it goes back up. What are you
Don't roll
doing?
the window up. Don't roll the window up. Okay. Do not roll the window up. Unlock the doors now.
The temperature quickly escalates. One officer puts what appears to be his gun on the windshield. Reed then fires first, hitting an officer in the forearm, according to the initial investigation.
Ooh, maybe he'll get it.
Chaos.
Essentially what happened is you had a routine traffic stop, and then the individual who was stopped just started indiscriminately firing at the police officers, shooting at the police officers with a deadly weapon during a routine
Smart
stop.
move.
He refused
Smart
to
move.
lower his window, cooperate, and just started shooting. That is a victim according to the left. It's absolutely mind-boggling stuff. The narrative is, according to the family, as you heard.
Well, I wonder why. Maybe it's because motherfuckers are going to pull out guns for a seatbelt ticket.
in the earlier clip that Dexter Reed was just riding around in his car and police officers just shot him. You know, this stuff is unreal. You know, leftist activist Groundhog Day, once again, defending the indefensible. And speaking of indefensible, the arguments coming from the family's attorney as well as Dexter Reed's family members, I think it's his uncle, it's prime facepalm material.
Oh God, oh God.
Just take a look at this CNN exclusive.
He's already dead. Why you study shooting him like that?
Again, like I said, I'm not I don't know jack shit about guns. I don't know jack shit about being a cop. I don't know jack shit about, all I know is shoot until the threat stops. Again, that being said, it did seem rather clear before those 3 shots that he was down. That being said, if he's already dead, it kind of makes sense. It makes more sense to make sure than if he was alive. It was like, well, he was alive, but I just shot him an extra time to be sure. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. Weird.
They killed my son and they killed me too.
One of the family's attorneys argues this never should have happened in the first place.
There was a weapon recovered in his car. However, it started with an unconstitutional, pretextual, and unnecessary stop of Dexter Reed. And that's what precipitated the entire incident.
Stop my nephew, he'll be alive today.
Reed's uncle.
If he was wearing a seatbelt, he wouldn't have gotten stopped. But if you're a cop in that kind of situation, you're not 100% cool and clear-headed. Very true. I think that, you know, there's definitely something to be said about, at the end of the day, yeah, like these are still human beings. All the training in the world doesn't make you not a human being. We still, you know, that doesn't mean at all that we definitely need to train better, make sure these people are trained. I don't know. Well, again, it was only 3 shots. So out of the 91 shots from 5 different people, the man was standing up, and they shot him, and he was down, and then it was pop, pop, pop. And so you saw where the guy was. He was across the intersection. So again, I don't know what the proper procedure is, but I felt like, oh damn, okay, you're going again. It was like I said, bah, 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 bah. Dude's down, and then the one guy pop, pop, pop. Again, maybe that's procedure. I don't know, but either way, you're absolutely right. You're not going to be 100% clear and cool and clear-headed, but we do need people who are able to do better than the average person in that scenario. This doesn't seem to be a scenario where somebody fucked up, but we see that a lot. A lot.
Uncle sitting alongside his father.
When this happened to my nephew, I hope the police can understand that this is the same pain that they feel when an officer is killed in the line of duty.
It's a pain that man.
Of course. Of course. Again, we're talking about human beings. But that human being shot a gun at other human beings.
Manifests in memories, and pain that manifests in despair.
They took my son away from me. He ain't got that no more. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him. And I just wish that I could talk to him one more time. But to see him gunned down, I never ever thought that it'd be him. I never thought that it would be him. I never thought that it would be him.
Absolutely unreal. Apparently the issue here, the real problem, is that Dexter Reed was pulled over in the first place. Quote, if you don't stop my nephew, he would be alive today.
And like, okay, true. Did he deserve to be stopped? What are we talking about? You know what else? If he didn't shoot at the cops.
The attorney said it was an unconstitutional, pretextual, and unnecessary stop. That's where the conversation has gone. I don't know if we're just...
I mean, hey, I'll agree with you that I don't think seatbelt laws should be a thing. But they are. So... You said you taught your son to be a criminal. Ain't no sane law-abiding person gonna shoot at the cops. Yeah.
Just moving goalposts at this point, but just having listened to those arguments, I've lost 100 IQ points. You know, this is where we are in clown world, where Juicy Smollett is a victim and where Dexter Reed is a victim of Chicago's abusive police force. Even in the most generous of environments, what they're saying is utterly ridiculous. Even if the traffic stop was unconstitutional, unnecessary, and pretextual.
He didn't need to shoot.
Even if that was the case, does that justify shooting police officers with the intent to kill? Obviously not. We're once again in a situation where Democrats are defending criminals, where we're supposed to feel bad for a thug who met his end after he attempted to murder police officers on duty. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that one. I think most people would probably pass on that one.
And then you're going to get a whole bunch of people who are going to tie this to racism and say, oh, you don't care because he's black, and you don't care, go down the list. The same thing we've been hearing for the last 10, 15, 20 years. No. Nope. Nope. No. No. Nope. It's because of his actions. End of story. Neodiversity, the bigotry of low expectations.
The only unfortunate thing is that most people don't know what really happened because...
Okay, I mean, it is unfortunate that he died, and it's always unfortunate if somebody dies, but I get what you're saying.
Due to the duplicitous actions of the mainstream media and the leftist activist base, they're so incredibly desperate to justify their actions, or probably better said, to justify their narrative, that they're willing to completely lie, completely misrepresent what happened, all in the name of promoting this narrative that racist white cops are just hunting innocent black people in the streets.
And it's one thing for the family to be grieving and to be, very emotional and whatever, people, they're grieving. I don't have an issue with the family. I have an issue with the media trying to portray what the family is saying as reasonable. It is reasonable to be unreasonable when you are grieving, but the content of what you're saying is not reasonable. Modern says, I'm not sure I agree. It's not always unfortunate when someone dies. Okay, maybe not always, but I agree with you. I agree with you. If there's anybody who deserves to die, it is somebody who is shooting at cops or just shooting at innocent people. But I'm just saying it is unfortunate that a human life was ended. You can disagree with that if you want, but I think it is unfortunate that there was a human life and that human life no longer exists.
The fact of the matter is it's not happening, and if we're being generous, certainly not in the way that the left suggests it is. Not even close, not even 5%, and they prove it time and time again by just how desperate they are to have one news story. The simple reality is, the facts aren't there, it simply isn't happening, and that's why they're so desperate to jump on these news stories. That's why they were so desperate to jump on the Juicy Smollett situation, but of course their desperation time and time again proves how truly dishonest they are. There's no police brutality story here, but there is a whole lot of left-wing dishonesty, and really
indeed there is. So last thing I got for you guys is our boy Kyle Kulinski. Secular talk. Oh, Kyle. I used to be a big fan of Kyle, and I don't hate him. It's just like so many other left-wing people in online or media, whatever. It's just so basic. It's just like, so let's watch this and see if you can guess what he's gonna say.
So the Biden team released a new ad here that I wanted to play for you, and I got to be honest, this is probably the single hardest hitting Democratic ad I've ever seen. This is brutal,
bro.
I did not think Democrats had this in them, because they suck at fighting. You know what they do? It's the whole like, we love our Republican friends. Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya and bipartisanly vote for more war in Texas.
Okay, bipartisanly vote for more war. Okay, but Kumbaya, we love our Republican friends.
What? That's how they are normally. But I think, since Biden's poll numbers have been so low for so long, he was really left with no choice but to like, okay, at the very least, I got to start throwing some fucking haymakers here. And he threw a haymaker. That's for damn sure. So here.
Why did Kyle turn into the bread tuber Ken? Oh, got him. I have no idea why this grown-ass man past the year 1993 would think that bleach blonde hair was even an option. I don't know. Is this one where Biden Jr. was with a bunch of underage girls? Not this one. Guantek said, I used to respect Kyle. He's unfortunately starting to act a bit more like David Pakman, and it's a shame. It really is. And, Like you guys see, those of you who are in the Discord, you see that Darian will post David Packman over and over and over, and every day it's just like, bro, this is not what you think it is. I'm telling you exactly what it is, and it just devolves into I don't know, the need to defend a position for the sake of defending that position. I don't get it. All right, let's see. I think they have the captions here.
Here's the new ad. Remember, this is coming out about the same time that Trump just did his little abortion speech, and he's like bragging about overturning Roe versus Wade, even though he's saying, I want to leave it to the states. But like, yeah, I overturned Roe versus Wade. Give me credit for that. You have what happened in Arizona.
What do you mean? He has 3 justices.
The Supreme Court of Arizona upheld an 1864 anti-abortion law, which doesn't even
All right, bro, just get to the goddamn thing.
Weakness. So the Democrats released this ad.
This is one of our Willow boxes.
It says in 2022, Josh and Amanda were expecting their first baby, Willow.
This is just filled with some of the things that we had started gathering for her while I was pregnant.
Yep.
Here's her little baby book.
After 18 weeks, Amanda's water broke and she had a miscarriage.
Really quick, as we're going through this, I want you to know, I want to see what you think Kyle is going to say. And I also want to see if you can guess what my issue is, not only with the ad, but with what Kyle says about the ad. So, 2 different things. What is Kyle going to say, and what is Lech going to say?
After 18 weeks, Amanda's water broke and she had a miscarriage.
Gonna maybe wear home.
It says, because Donald Trump killed Roe v. Wade, Amanda was denied standard medical care to prevent infection in abortion.
Hospital. All of these.
Doctors were forced to send her home.
This is the blanket that she was in.
3 days later, Amanda was in the ICU with sepsis. She almost died twice because she was denied a necessary medical abortion.
Super necessary, as she is dead now because she didn't get that abortion, right?
Her little footprints.
The infection caused so much damage, Amanda may never get pregnant again.
It's okay.
Trump did this.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
So, again, I want to get, give me some guesses. What do you think that Kyle here is going to say about this? And what do you think my main issue is with this ad? Let's see this part again.
Her little footprints.
The infection caused so much damage, Amanda may never get pregnant again.
It's okay.
Trump did this, it says.
So, yeah, Dylan says, and then they used this woman's apparent miscarriage in their game of political football. Just disgusting. Yep. Listen to what he says now.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Come on, man.
Ooh, man. That was brutal, man. That was brutal. Look, is it fair? Yeah, it's fair. And it's laid out very clear. You see the connections.
Is it though? Let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. Let's welcome our boy Kelly Green. Really quick. Welcome to the party, sir. And Dylan says a freakishly tone-deaf ad. What's the message here? Abortion helps other pregnancies? Apparently. This is it. This is it. Because the baby was never going to be born. The baby, what she wanted was an abortion. This isn't, you're framing this, oh no, oh my God, the poor baby. The baby was never going to make it. And so, yes, it is unfortunate that medical things happen to people. That is absolutely unfortunate. But to say that it's okay for other people to kill their babies because you're in a particular situation medically necessary as you sit here alive, and the baby was never going to be born anyway. Trump did this. Trump did this.
What?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, Joe Biden is definitely a fake Catholic. But aren't they all? Aren't they all? So we said it's like with the hermaphrodites. Because they exist, they are now a billion genders. Lefty logic. Yep. It's all about playing into people's, playing on his emotions and such let's try it again. It's all about playing on his people's emotions on a very sad subject to get a vegetable reelected. These people are evil and stupid. Bingo. Why can't I read? What did you do to my mind? Such a shit catchphrase at the end. A woman who wants an abortion is like a thief who wants to steal. Yep. Don't said, and guys, like Ken, I mean Kyle, act like a 2016. Yeah, we got you. We got you. We got you. We're smart. We got you.
From point A to B to C.
So lay that out for me then. Lay that out for me. So she has this infection. Okay, that's point A. Point B is she gets the abortion. What did Trump do? What is it that Trump did? Not allow her to not have her baby that she was never going to have anyway? Can we even say that it is reasonable to think, or rather, let's flip it the other way. Is it not reasonable to think that if she had this infection that was so severe, that abortion or not, it may very well have been reasonable that she would not have been able to get pregnant again anyway? If you cannot say, of course not, to that question, then we have no issue. We have no issue. The baby was never going to exist outside of the womb. The baby was never going to be born. Yeah, Trump didn't encourage her. That's...
How dare you?
Trump got the justices on the Supreme Court who overturned Roe versus Wade. He said he was going to do that. He did do that.
But that's how the law works. So he followed the law.
How dare you?
What's the issue? So you don't like the fact that laws don't get you the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. So Trump is bad. That don't make no sense.
Roe versus Wade was overturned, and then you get this nightmare scenario. She needs an abortion for medical reasons. They don't give her an abortion because they can't. Then, as a direct result of that, loses the baby, right?
Which she was going to lose anyway if it was aborted.
Gets sepsis twice and almost dies.
Which we have no idea would have been affected at all by the abortion.
And now might never be able to have a baby ever again.
Which also, we have no idea if that has any bearing on the abortion.
The damage that was done by not getting the abortion.
How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that? Maybe you could say this particular infection, because they caught it at a certain time, if they had aborted the baby and this, that. You do not know that every single pregnancy for the rest of her life was going to have that same exact infection. I'm not saying it would, but you are saying it wouldn't. I don't understand how the word abortion can be used to describe an already dead baby from a living mother's womb. Abortion should just be described as the killing and removal of a baby. We were actually just talking about this, but the word abortion specifically refers to ending a pregnancy, not the life or death of a baby, which is where the I don't remember the exact context, but Tim talks about it all the time, where it's like the mother and the doctor will have a conversation. They'll remove the baby from the womb, and then the mother and doctor will have a conversation. And so you can have an abortion and the baby lives. Abortion means ending the pregnancy, aborting the pregnancy. Pregnancy is holding a baby in your room. And so just like babies that are born premature, those aren't abortions in the sense that it's not a procedure that's ending. But yeah. So what's my point? What is my point? What the fuck am I talking about? But I guess I'm just trying to that they're stretching, they're obfuscating the semantics around abortion to include this woman who was never going to have a baby, when that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people who would have a baby and then killed it. Abortion is human sacrifice and a ritual of Satan. Well, I definitely agree with the first part. Dylan said, stop hiding behind medical assault and incest. If it was actually about those points, then we would all be in general agreement. Bingo. Exactly. And I don't necessarily, just completely agree. Nobody is, except for the crazy chicks on TikTok, like, oh yeah, my abortion, and that fucking trans dude who wants to get a womb implanted so he could be the first trans man to get an abortion. Like, those are not normal people. If normal people, that's the thing. We had a time when safe, legal, and rare was the law of the, not the law then, but that was the attitude of whatever, which even though this unconstitutional law was on the books, for the most part, everybody's like, all right, this is a good compromise, because it was a good compromise. That doesn't make it constitutional, but it was a good compromise. And so when Trump did this, Trump did that. That is how the law works. That is how the law, you can change the law if you want to change the law, or you can try. But if it is not in the Constitution, it goes to the states. And y'all knew this. And you still were out here, hey, we're getting our abortion. Oh, you're so horrible. It's just a clump of cells. Pushing and poking and prodding the bear of you knew that people took this seriously. You knew that you had a good compromise. And instead of just living with it, I could get more for me. Insanity. Unwanted Foe is saying, so it's not the Texas laws on abortion, not the Supreme Court. It wasn't the Senate and the House that approved the candidates for the Supreme Court. It was Trump for suggesting candidates for the Supreme Court. Leftist logic. So the ending of the pregnancy happened when the baby passed in the womb. You can't be pregnant without a living baby that will be born. Yep. Yeah. So they're just using her. They're using her horrible experience that has nothing to do with abortion except for the fact that she wanted one. Again, without any reason to think. And I'm not like, if I was going to make that ad, I would be sure to say, because of the degree, where the infection got. That is how we know. If she had gotten the abortion, then future pregnancies would have been fine. At least if that's your argument, then that is an internally logical argument. It's still a stupid argument, but at least it makes sense. This doesn't at all.
What part of this is factually wrong from the Democrat perspective or from Joe Biden's perspective? It's not. There's nothing about this.
I just laid it out for you, brother.
It's all 100% correct. And all this pain and all this hurt and this fact that she may never be able to have a baby
is Trump's fault.
No, she wanted. You could pin that directly on the abortion policies in these red states brought about because Roe v. Wade was overturned.
And why was it overturned? Why was it overturned? Oh, because that's the law. And that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to follow the law. You had 50 years to codify this into an actual law, and you just didn't. Actions speak louder than words. You clearly either didn't take it seriously enough then, or you didn't care. Exactly. There you go. I mean, I think he cares, but only in the sense that he thinks he's supposed to, if that makes sense.
They should run this ad fucking everywhere.
I would love it. I would love if they ran this ad everywhere, because it would be very easy to do what I just did and point out how fucking stupid and what's the word? Just not out of touch, but just tactless. That woman wouldn't have had an abortion. She would have gotten an emergency removal. Yep.
Because again, abortion is such a big weakness for them, for the Republicans. It's such a big weakness. And look at the. Is it
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Material harm it's doing. Their policies lead to material harm.
This is, and again, all we've gotten here, we haven't had any discussion about doctors and laws and or medicine or biology. It's just so mean, so hard, so bad.
Clobber him over the head with it. Now,
was that violence?
This is how you run a campaign, right? I guess the best comparison I could think of is remember when Obama released that ad in 2012 when he was running against Mitt Romney, and he spoke to workers who were at some factory that Mitt Romney had a stake in, and I think they ended up outsourcing the jobs. And apparently they had them build a stage, they must have done construction or something like that. They had them build the stage, which then Bain Capital came and announced the layoffs to them on the stage that they built. And this worker is doing it and saying, I felt like I was building my own coffin when I was building that stage.
What is he talking about? Does he have to say anything else here?
This is a depth coming with this energy. There's nothing they could do. The evangelical fundamentalist Christians want to be 100% pro-life from the moment of conception, right? Like, this is what they want. That's what they want.
Yep.
But then you have the overwhelming.
Well, all right. It's time. Wow. Never mind. I had a weird thing. Okay. So, how did Obama's renewable energy job plan go again, Kyle? Oh, right. Yeah. So a lot of stuff here. You know, we had the Drizzle Drizzle. Shout out to the soft guy era. Gentlemen, you are the prize. You are the prize. Okay? If she ain't cash apping you before you even wake up, she's too broke for you. Love that. I love how here, I want to go. There was another one. I just want to watch some more of those. Let's just see what we got. Let's just see. I want to see some more of the.
Listen, fellas, we done with the whole masculine provider male era. We're in our soft guy era.
In case you missed, the soft guy era, hashtag Drizzle Drizzle is what we talking about.
Drizzle. Listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but until that woman asks you to be her husband, you don't have to do husband-like things. Stop giving these women husband advantages and amenities, and you're still a boyfriend.
Yup.
Until that ring is on your finger, you shouldn't be doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all be so caught up on getting with Dusties and all that. You need to start going after their mom. See, I know a lot of y'all think that older women may not be that much attractive or whatever the case may be, but there's a lot of good-looking older women. And I feel like you guys can deal with these older women who is going to take care of you and treat you like a king that you are.
Let's go.
Now, there's a point where as a man in your soft guy era, you shouldn't be pumping your own gas. Nope. You shouldn't be cleaning out your car. You shouldn't be having to change your tires. You shouldn't be having to have to put air in your tires. You shouldn't have to mow the grass. That's all the responsibilities of your woman. The moment you become a husband, then things change.
Oh, yeah.
But until
Makes
then,
sense.
that woman should be taking care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't be showing her no reason on why she should stick with you for the rest of her life.
She's strong and independent. No, she's strong and independent. I haven't seen this one. Let's see this guy.
Drizzle.
Oh, this is not a video. Let's move on to this guy.
Check this out. Just check this video out.
Yo. So yesterday was the first day that I've ever made like a soft guy era video, and multiple women were in my inbox like, I can't believe you support, because I was supporting their little merch drop or whatever. Like, I fuck with it. And because I've never actually
Soft guy era merch.
supported them. I've always just like reposted and said these boys on a historic run, blah blah blah. This is like just funny to watch. I'm married, like I'm not posting no shit like that, right? But I can't post in support of it because I see that they're having fun, they making money, right? They're apparently going through whatever they're going through in these streets. So my first post was yesterday. Few women start inboxing.
Man, give me the fucking regular ass ones.
A video that kind of goes over how this all got started. All right, let's keep it moving.
And mind you, bro, this nigga
Yo, what is with their sound? Like, what are you doing?
is now, look, this is this thing called the bop war, bro. This is all videos of people reacting to the original video, the start of the video that I just played. Is women reacting to it and going in on him, and he's just stitching it back like, you just got trolled. You just got trolled. You got
Play the video. What are we doing?
It's very, very hilarious because it's pointing out a little hypocrisy. And you know what they say, a hit dog will holler.
Mm-hmm.
But the funniest thing about this is I knew from the first video he made doing this that he is trolling. And they just falling for it and eating it up. And basically, they're giving him free money.
Drizzle Drizzle.
Y'all really think this man care about y'all opinion? You know what he do? He make his little video responding to y'all video. It do numbers. And you know, he probably do the same shit I do every morning. I wake up, go to my thing, see how much my RPM was to that video, go about his day. It's literally like,
all right, so I mean, you know, it's obviously a big troll, and it's just all about, oh, you got to take care of me, just the same way the modern woman's been saying, oh, you got to do all this, and I'm a 10, and da 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 da. Even if she's fat and she's ugly and she's, you know, a bitch, all that stuff, she still thinks that she deserves everything in the world from whoever she wants it. And this is just a brilliant way to not complain about it, but to flip it back and show a mirror and to be like, yo, that's you, that's you, that's you. Montek said, I hope the soft guy era entails still being masculine and chivalrous. I might have the wrong idea about it. Yes, it's just yes, it does, but you're not giving it away for free. You're not giving it away for free. The same way they're like, I'll submit when you know, he does this, that, whatever. No. You gotta prove that you deserve my masculinity. You deserve my chivalry. You deserve my provisioning, my protection. You have to prove to me that you deserve that. Seems fair. And of course, again, it is a completely tongue-in-cheek, but the way that they are reacting to it, when they're so serious about it, it's like, how do you not see? But again, it just seems to be more of these I don't know if this is a dogmatic carve-out, but these psychological carve-outs where it's like this one thing, I'm not going to think about it in the way that I think about everything else in my life. This one thing gets special, gets to be special, whether it's God, whether it's trans ideology, or whether it's the soft guy era. Either way. One fellow said, Guantak, if she's not hopping out the car to open your door after parking, she's not worth your time. If she won't, another will. Drizzle, drizzle, baby. There you go. It's not about the fact that you can't open a door. That's not what it's about. It's the fact that you are a goddamn king. And if she ain't going to even do that for you, she should be cash apping you gas for wherever you're going. And yeah, so yeah, it is a little, it's a little ridiculous, of course. But it's a perfect answer to what we got going on here. So let's shout out our boy Unwanted Foe. Said if you can't handle me at my worst, you can't afford me at my best. Too many brokies out here. Drizzle, drizzle. Thank you so very, very much, brother. I do appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. You know how much I love being here. And shout out to Modern. Why don't I know? I have to read it. Modern Apocrypha. There we go. Modern Apocrypha. Shout out to Jared. I apologize that, we couldn't get things working, but, we will definitely talk and make sure that we get you on up here. And, if we have a little bit more time to kind of, figure out what the topic is, maybe we can, I know you can handle a little bit of heated discussion, unlike some other people who've been on the channel. So maybe we'll get something that we disagree on and have some fun. So thank you guys. I really, really, really do appreciate you guys. Even if you're, it's not about just, it's not about money. I do like money, so please do give me your money. But other than that, the conversation, the ability to come here and say what I think, the fact that I know that when I come here, you guys are going to be here. I've never had that. Like, yes, my parents are there if I need them, but it's not the same thing. And so you guys are amazing. I love you all so very, very much. Once again, this is Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus. Remember, live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I am here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, we are out of here. Make sure you head to Discord. All members, head to the after party. Peace.